Okay. It should be good. That'll be that. And we are live. Look at that. If only they would unmute themselves.
Chris,
Yes.
I wasn't watching the stream as you were.
Oh, sorry. I thought you gave time. Well, what about Ian? What's Ian's excuse? I told him.
Chris, God damn it. You can't do that, man. Why do you always do that?
What are you talking about? You're ready.
Yeah, man. I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to March's podcast. We're doing it live, as we promised.
We sure are
doing. Yeah, it's been a minute for Twitch streams. A lot has been happening over here. Should I start off with why the Twitch streams haven't been happening regularly, or should I save that? What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can start off with that and then kind of move into the
I'll
body
probably
of it.
mention it at the end again for people.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what the fuck was that? Ian, it's happening again. Whatever that sound is.
Oh.
What sound?
Check under your bed. Check under your bed.
Whatever it is.
Hello?
Yeah. It's I don't know if you hear all that horrible scratching, Nick.
It's not me, is it?
No, it's Ian. It was happening
is it
before you
me?
showed up. Yeah. Yes.
Ian, is it your beard?
Oh, is it my beard on the
Oh, is it?
shit? Fun.
That means you might have to hold the wire while you're.
Okay. Let me just hold it like that.
Yeah, like lean on your arm. That way it doesn't get tired or something.
All right.
Yes. So it has been a bit, and I apologize for lack of streams. Hey, what's up, Call Me Apple Spot? Thank you for joining chat.
Hey, thank you.
A couple of things.
Jesus, you're still alive.
Work has been picking up a lot. It's been incredibly busy. Which also means my hand and wrist have been acting up pretty badly, which makes playing stuff pretty rough. Also, I have jury duty, so that's fun. That takes away free time as well, and that's more or less.
Life.
I've been trying to figure out a schedule on what to play, how to play it, on what days, and the kind of solution I got going on right now is Dark Souls would probably be later in the week, and I would only be able to do it once a week because my hand to finish that up. That's looking to be either. It's probably gonna be Friday nights, honestly, and then adding another game to replace the 2 nights, something that would be really easy on my hands, is probably going to be Disco Elysium. Actually, I'm like fairly confident it's going to be Disco Elysium because I really want to play that game. As of the 30th, they're doing a free update where the entire game is voice acted for free. The entire fucking novel, which Nick and I did a quick look one night, and like our mouths were dry as fuck, like by the end of it, because there's so much dialogue. Just reading everything out loud. So that'll be what we'll be doing. What's up, Enabled Mango? But yeah, that's kind of what's going on the quick channel update. Again, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to approach the hand situation, as well as timing. So, and I'll bring this all up again at the end for anyone who missed it. So that's what's going on. So expect next week to have that. Also, I'm hoping next week I can do a charity stream. I want to do one for, I forget what the agency called, but it's helps Asian Americans.
Oh wow!
In light of everything going on, there's a lot, and there was one in particular I wanted. I just gotta look up the name again. So next week I'm gonna try to figure out what the charity stream is gonna be. That's cool with everyone. That one's probably gonna be Friday. Oh no. Actually, it'll probably be Thursday. I'll let everyone know.
Right now, or
no? As soon as I figure it out.
Okay.
As soon as it's all figured out, man. But yeah, that's kind of the quick update for state of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this space for developments.
Yeah. Luckily, podcasts are still going on. We just released WandaVision spoiler cast, which was fun. That was a good time.
It was a great conversation. I really enjoyed that one.
We had a moment that is not too unfamiliar with people, where I hyper focused on a scene because it just bugged me.
Okay, but unlike She-Ra, this one's actually realistic.
Yeah, no, well, She-Ra, when I talked about She-Ra, the cartoon, that was me going, I know how crazy this is to put into a children's show, but they need war trials in order for justice. People get off way too fucking easy in that show, but whatever. It sucks. Okay, I'll just say, for the shorts, the TLDR is, I think She-Ra is like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 show, with one glaring flaw in the ending. At least for me, it was glaring. No child is gonna think about it. So anyway, as if y'all can see in the title, we're gonna be doing the Snyder Cut spoiler cast because we all sat down and watched 4 hours of that.
All because you wanted to hear it.
All because I was drunk. You want to know how it actually came about, you guys?
Okay.
So you all know Matt. I don't know if Ian's met Matt. She-Ra, the show about war crimes. It begins with a fucking war crime. Anyway, I was talking to Matt from the old channel, and I was like, "Yo, man, I think Nick and I were watching stuff. We were drinking, and then I was like, "Yo, man, and then we just found out the Snyder Cut I just released, and I went, "Yo, man, should I watch the 4-hour Snyder Cut?" And he's like, "Why?" And I went, "What, the last DC or the last Snyder film was when me and him went to go watch Batman v Superman at theaters, and I had snuck in a flask of whiskey and drank the whole thing while there, and that was a fun time because that movie's ass. Like I had a blast. I had a blast at that show. Cut to however many years later. I'm like, I haven't watched a Snyder film since then. It left such a man. So should I do it? Should I do the magnum opus? And he was like, "Yeah, man, it's content." I went, "It's content," and then that's when I messaged Nick and Ian, and I went, "You guys, I have a brilliant idea." So we watched it, and we're gonna do. And as you can tell, that we're tacking it on to the back end of a podcast. We're not gonna have much to say, so that'll be at the very end.
Yeah, it should be a clean sweep on the end, just to kind of
my hot
take care of that.
Call me Apple Spot says, my hot take on the Snyder Cut is that if a movie is 4 hours, they either need more intermissions or more editing, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Oh man, boy, will we. All right, anyway, let's get into it. I know Ian has been talking up, like he's had a lot to say apparently, so I definitely want to give you the floor first.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So go for it while I crack open.
Oh, cracker. Okay. So this last month,
sexy.
I'm
just trying to get all the sounds of the beer opening. Cheers.
Cheers. I've been downloading some video games. I played some new video games, and I'm going to talk about some video games. It turns out that I really liked. It is. Genuinely is.
Mm-hmm.
Did I play? I've been playing one game called I've been playing the Civilization series.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if people still play that.
You know who does? Edwin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Sir Pennington. I'll catch him once I get home at work at like midnight or 1 in the morning.
Well, we'll have a lot to talk about because it's just such a fun game. It's such a really
it
is actually a deeply engrossing game, and it's, at least for me, I found myself kind of getting so into the headspace of because they kind of go out of their way to add some cartoonish silliness to it. Like, people aren't really drawn like realistic. They're cartoonish. The sound effects they overlay on some of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like once you've been in it for long enough, you start to project empathy onto what's going on. For me, it's like, yeah, maybe starting a global conflict is not the best thing. Maybe I want my people to be stronger than all of them.
But how will you know they're stronger if they don't take over the world?
I mean, listen, the real question is, there is no way for the strong not to take from the weak. But,
I was about to say, I think you're playing it wrong then, Ian, if you're empathizing with people. They're numbers. They're numbers and stats.
I want more grain tiles and prayer beads.
You are God looking down from a top-down perspective.
Because in this game, you get to pick a religion, which means that's the right one. You have to make everyone.
So wait. So what religions do you pick? Are they real religions or like their own analogs?
There's like 8 or so that are real religions, like straight up real religions. But then they also allow you to do like there's a mix and match feature where you can just kind of throw some bullshit up and make up a religion. I really I've been playing it as the secret cultists. So
yeah, of course you would.
You play as the Maori, and you're basically spreading like a Lovecraftian ancient unknowable god.
That's pretty rad.
It gives you bonus for magic use. It's weird. They have not magic, like faith, and it lets you build catapults fast. It's real good.
Yeah. Call me Applespot says a video game about the concept of globalism in this economy. It's more likely than you think. And then, of course, as opposed to not so secret cultists, you know, the guys that kind of just flaunt it. They're at airports.
Ones who are like, "Hey guys, you want to be in this cult? This is a pretty good one."
They hound you after a long, like 15-hour flight.
Set up kiosks.
Yeah.
The grocery store, pretending they're just giving out samples.
They dress up as Santa Claus soliciting funds. That's the cult.
They walk around with milk in trucks, and they circle the block over and over and over.
But yeah, so that's wild. Civilization. I would have never imagined that, dude.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much I kind of got sucked into it, and I mean, maybe this is just the case with any fun, really video game worth its salt, but
yeah,
I found myself playing it. You know, it works in rounds and turns and things.
Yeah,
and I realized that I'd been there from like 5 to 10. I couldn't, but the time just evaporated. It was fantastic.
That's what I've heard. Like Serpent, like I mentioned, Sir Pennington plays it a lot. A cousin of mine plays it a lot, and the one thing that I thought about, like, why these particular games for them is because it runs on a laptop, and I assume it runs on your laptop. And that's where you're playing on. So, and I know you live with roommates, so sharing a lot of stuff, including like TVs and their consoles, and I know you share their consoles too.
Yeah.
But this is like your own now. You have your own game to play.
Yeah, it's like my own little space, because even
you can
the thing
hog
I
up
play...
the bathroom. Play it.
I'm just gonna run the tap for hours, tapping away.
It doesn't take Wi-Fi because it's downloaded already. Like, yeah,
it's really great, and also just because the turns themselves are maybe 2 minutes to 4 minutes tops.
Okay.
So you spend so much time in this like idea of I could just play like it's 4 minutes more, like just 4 more minutes, and I can do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah,
and that's really the slippery slope of man, I've done just 4 minute increments for hours at this point. But there's just so many great little systems built into it as far as like trade routes, and I also like that there's like a vague arching towards the idea of historicity. At least like they'll throw up quotes so you feel like you learned something a little bit.
Get Gandhi. Is Gandhi? Are you still able to make Gandhi a warmonger?
You can make Gandhi a warmonger. But in Civ 6, they may have changed from Gandhi to an older like a previous leader, like a gentleman. I shan't embarrass everyone with me failing to get through, but
okay,
a great king of India. But man, I like playing with the boats. It's fantastic. Anyway, yeah. Hey, play that game.
You're having fun with a video game.
I'm having some real. Hey guys, some fun with a video game, real quick.
So when are you gonna start streaming?
Brain juice feel good when play game good. Feel good.
When
hit button.
I push the button, juice. And when I push the good button, it makes my brain like happy.
Hey, when that number go up, good. It feels
when the number go up, it feels like I'm going up, right? Right, guys.
It feel head with good brain juice. It's like
I played that, and then I went back on a little bit of just to touch on again. I think we may have already talked about it, but I'm replaying a little bit of Night in the Woods because so fun, you guys.
Yeah,
it's a great time.
You should. Are you replaying it, or have you played it before? Have you played it before?
Yeah, I've played it before. This is the second time at it.
Because we got to talk about that ending, or
the whole yeah. I mean,
because it's like it's an interesting thing with that main character. I like Night in the Woods, I really do. It's just like because it's a very specific thing. It's a very specific thing they're trying to tackle with with the main character, who I already forget the name, but I just know it's the cat. And then how do I put this? Because it's been a bit since I see. It's so specific that they have to describe it in these vague terms, because it's something that whoever started writing this obviously could only understand it as that, right? And this is what they're trying to convey through the game. The only problem is like it's tough to really like that main character. It takes a lot of warming up to. Everyone else is great in that game.
Her friends
Everyone's
are awesome.
Lovable.
I mean,
they have flaws, but they're still like, God, you want to hang out with them and get to know them.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's on purpose to make the main character feel more isolated.
I mean,
because that's big shit if it is, but like, I don't know.
A great example is I just played the bonfire scene.
Okay, that party.
At the party.
Yeah.
Where the only way to I was so embarrassed for her immediately.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, the fact that you can't advance in the game until you harass everyone at that party, like sloppy drunk.
Yeah, you have to bug everyone.
You go out of your way, and every interaction just gets worse.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's also kind of like it's weird because it does it's a story that does make you empathize more so for me with Fox the bear and the crocodile.
Yeah.
Like
And
they're great friends.
warfare.
These guys are really good friends.
Oh yeah.
They're
oh
sticking,
yeah.
sticking by this person.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
they're like amazing friends. And she's not.
Yeah.
She is, at the very least, she's not on their level.
I think being a friend is about giving and taking, and she is not nearly doing her bit.
It's a two-way street, man.
She's not. Yeah.
Relationships are always a two-way street. A lot of people forget that.
So. Could at least practice your guitar, you goddamn monster.
I do think it's cool that she likes doom metal, and that was like pretty rare. You never see anyone like doom metal.
I like doom metal.
Yeah, I mean like video game characters.
Real people, yeah.
But it's all about germ. Germ warfare.
Warfare.
He's my favorite. That little fucking psycho. You know he's like there's dynamite or something hiding in his basement.
Oh yeah. You know?
He's got piles of manure and like
just got real strong opinions about what the USPS is really up to.
Mm-hmm. Germ warfare. It's a good game. Yeah. It's just it's a lot to chew on there. But yeah, so playing Night in the Woods. Any other games?
No, those were the two games that I was playing this last month. That's a high number for me.
Call Me Upspot posts another truth is when the number is different color, it means critical and makes the serotonin spiral faster. And boy, ain't that the truth. As someone who plays RPGs, that's like it's like the world is ending. Is what that okay. That what else you been up to, man? What else besides video games now?
I'll talk about books, and then I think that we might have watched the same TV, so I'll do that last.
I bet you we haven't, but we'll find out.
I've been reading this another novel by what's this guy's name? 1 second. His name is Eugene Lim.
Okay.
His last novel I think I talked about it on the podcast was called Dear Cyborgs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know this guy is.
And we had talked about Dear Cyborgs back in the day about two Chinese American kids growing up in Chicago who were drawing comic books about characters that looked like them, but superhero stories. And then ostensibly the novel is a story about superheroes correcting social injustice.
I think Superman.
It does have a no, it does not.
Okay. I know there's one similar to that, but it's Superman.
But it's an actual Superman comic. Yeah, I've seen it. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Does it have like a scene where Superman punches the CEO of Shell like really hard and it's like, that's for fucking all the penguins?
I'm sure it's there.
No, but there's a scene with like two kids, right, that he's talking to after saving them. Am I crazy? That could be any Superman comic, actually. So like, I'm sorry, Nick. Go talk. I'm sorry.
No, I was curious.
Yeah,
it could be anybody, Chris.
It could be any. It can be anybody.
It could be anybody.
And
what are you talking about?
I guess we've never seen you and Superman in the same room. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? I've never been in the same room.
That's how he keeps his disguise. He just loudly announces, "Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is weird."
I never saw you and Superman make out.
I think the best way to be a superhero, to hide being a superhero, is to act like a crazy person who thinks he's a superhero.
Oh my goodness! Yes,
that's how I do it. Like if there was a superhero out there, I would totally tell you guys I'm a superhero.
But Ronnie, right? Yeah. Ronnie hangs out by the on ramp. That's not right.
That's not right. That's not right. And then of course it would be me. That would
Yeah.
be the. But yeah, so what's the new book by Eugene Lim you've been reading?
So the new book is called Fog and Car.
Fog and Car.
And it's a lot more mellow story than a lot of the ones I might have talked about before. It kind of reminds me of like the expat writing style.
Okay.
There's a lot of like there's long passages that are kind of like poetic form. Actually, they're very loose, very non-literalistic sections of things. Ostensibly, the actual story is a couple gets divorced in Chicago. One goes to San Francisco and one stays in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of just it. You're just kind of with these characters, and it's building a history and what they're doing now, and how they're dealing with it. But honestly, he just kind of, I think his talent is he's taking some stuff that is very common, like stuff that is actually not mile-a-minute adventure. It is everyday life.
Oh, that means
Kind
I'm
of
probably gonna like it.
Huh?
That means I'm probably gonna like it.
Yeah, yeah. And framing these small parts of everyday life as like some of the most important, some of the most healing, some of the most beautiful things. Like the simple joy of sitting down and putting on a stack of records while you grade a stack of papers, because one of them's a writer. I mean, the language that he's using is just like, wow, there is something deep and meaningful even in these little simple things. And then like
it's almost like there's beauty in mundanity, Ian. Like I'm telling you.
I mean, the peak of that would probably be anything Nick Dornazzo did, like Beverly and
yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Sabrina. Yeah.
Chris wrote a short story where the first scene is about a dude cooking wood and then eating it. It's so slow. There's nothing there. There's beauty in it, Ian.
Wow.
You eat that wood good.
Big brain.
Big brain.
Number go up.
Number go.
And then one last thing about it that I think is really beautiful is like there is like a lot of talk about driving and the idea of like the necessity of it as a Californian, so which is relatable.
Yeah.
Relatable content.
It sucks.
But like but in this book,
it's necessary.
It's beautiful. It's the most sacred. And then like just again the language that they're using, the idea of just being in traffic or driving on an open stretch of road without anybody, either way, like just being in the car and moving comes meditative, escalated to this holy rite that it's such good writing, good writing.
Gotcha. Now he's on the list. I'm still reading Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick, so like,
Are you enjoying it?
It's not highbrow.
Hey, but does it make you smile?
It does. It's David Wong's new book, so like, it's David Wong, so there's gonna be a lot of truth to it. It's just you have to dig through all the butt and fart jokes to get
it. Is it sharing the same continuity as John Dies?
So I think it's implied they're in the no, because it's in the future.
Okay.
And okay, so if it is, it doesn't matter because it's so far in the future.
Okay.
It's that type of thing. It's a sci-fi novel. Sci-fi.
Okay.
I want to say it is. There hasn't been too many hints to it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find out. He's writing he's in the middle. I think he just submitted the fourth one of the John Dice at the End series. Yeah. It'll be the first time it'll ever be under the name Jason Pargin instead of David Wong. Yeah. It's the first time he's ever published a book under his real name.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's John Dies at the End. This book is filled with invisible spiders. Suits and futuristic guns?
Futuristic violence and fancy suits. That's the Zoe Ash one.
Okay.
The third one, so it's John Dies at the End. This book is full of spiders. And What the Hell Did I Just Read is the third.
Okay.
John Dies
Okay.
series. I hope he calls it a trilogy and comes out with the fourth book like so many authors.
Douglas Adams.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hey, remind me about that. Remind me about the trilogy thing because I got a comment about that for Justice League.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Let me catch up on the comments real quick. IRC, there was this is from Comic Apple Spot. And again, since we're doing this live, I know this might not be great for people who are listening on afterwards, but we're doing it live, and I try to make sure everyone's voice is heard. At least while it's still viable, if this ever becomes like scrolls too fast, we're never gonna do this. IRC, there was this one animated episode of the Justice League where Lex Luthor mind swaps with the Flash. Now I'm asked to see who the Flash is. And I remember this episode. It's actually one of the best episodes in the entire.
It's very funny.
I can talk about the Justice League series forever and why I think it was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. And then he goes to Mirror, looks, and then he doesn't know who that person is, so it doesn't matter. It's a great. It's also it has one of the best lines in the entire series, where he walks out of the bathroom and he has to prove he's evil, and people are go, "Wait, did you just come out of the bathroom?" He's like, "Yeah, and I didn't wash my hands." And then he walks a couple steps, turns around, and goes, "'Cause I'm evil," and then the scene ends.
I do remember that.
It's good. Anyone looking for amazing episodes, check out Flash Day. Flash Day on Justice League is like legit one of the best cartoon episodes I've ever seen.
I think just about any episode that has Ace in it is a great episode. The little psychic girl.
It's only one episode because of how that episode ends. But yeah, it's the one with Batman. That one's a good one. That one's a real good one.
It's a beautiful one.
Oh yeah. There's some real. What's the one? There's a real good existential one with what's the robot fucking Lex Luthor invents? Is it Mysterio? It's something wild. It's like that uber powerful cosmic robot.
Okay.
And that becomes so powerful because he uses the power of the universe or some shit.
What?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But it becomes essentially a celestial god. But it's just all about that thing dealing with existential questions. So that's a pretty good episode.
Hold on, you guys. Speaking of, go ahead.
I was just gonna read this last comment here. Enabled Mango. That's a hard mindset to have anywhere outside the context of a novel, not slamming it, just lamenting. Yeah, it's to find. I assume the context he means is like to find beauty in mundanity. It's hard to do in a fast-paced lifestyle. You kind of got to do it. It's gonna sound so hippy-dippy. You have to kind of like almost meditate. You got to really slow down. You know.
You need to allow yourself to be present and be like appreciative of these moments. You know?
I want to phrase this in a way that's not me telling you you're not present. No. It's
right.
It's a fast world out there, and I don't blame people. It's just like it takes work. It's
hard. It is hard to do.
One of my favorite things about because we're huge fans of Cracked, right? Like at least back in the golden years, and they still have some good stuff coming out now. But the whole mantra behind that era of Cracked was that anything is interesting as long as you take the time to look for what's interesting about it.
So true, though.
Yeah,
it really is.
And that's where like a lot of their basis for like Cracked After Hours. That's a whole testament to that fucking mindset. It is hard. It is hard without someone like breaking it down for you and trying to.
Well, yeah.
It's one of those mindsets that it does take a lot of work.
It's also like I think most people who are doing it kind of are the sort of people who have to, at least I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
I have to like plan it out. Like I got to be like, okay, I'm going to have at least 30 minutes that I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I can just kind of chill and be.
I hear you.
Oh, but I was also going to ask if you guys had seen, because we were talking about DC,
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the Suicide Squad?
No, that just came out today, right?
No.
I think it came out right before.
It's just come out like an hour ago.
So I was taking like a short nap before this, and that's what I saw. I know there's a Steely Dan song in there, so we won't be watching that shit live.
There's and I won't spoil it, I guess, but they reveal who the villain is, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And
is it Condiment Man?
It's not Condiment Man.
Quilt Man.
Grandfather Clock.
Calcuman.
Think more appendages.
Goro
Spider-Man
from Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ghost Dog, Forrest Whitaker.
Man Spider.
Spider-Man.
Is Man Spider in DC?
I don't know. I was just naming things that.
You're gonna fight Starro.
Starro. Wait, is that the actual?
The Starro.
Wow.
Starro is.
Wow, that's fucking rad. That is a James Gunn.
It's interesting, cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
That's fucking rad. I want it to be good, man. James Gunn's got the helm. It's just I do, but I don't trust WB.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't trust Warner Bros, dude. So we'll see on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, Ian? I mean, I'm definitely gonna check out those books as soon as I can.
Oh yeah, I recommend them, man. They're great. The other thing, I guess the only other real thing I could say besides, I've been training for a new job is I got to watch the new Marvel TV show.
We saw the first episode.
Yeah, I saw the first episode.
Okay.
You
want to talk about it for a bit? Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah. I guess minor spoilers for anyone who saw. Honestly, the first episode's not like. There's no big revelations. It's all set up.
Yeah, it is all set up.
I do have a big problem with it.
Go ahead.
I have a couple, actually.
Okay, please.
It's no WandaVision. I'll say.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not going to be anything like that.
Nick and I were actually talking about it earlier. Was it today or yesterday? And it was about the editing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, that thing moves at like a breakneck speed.
Yeah, it's like, chop, chop, chop.
You don't have time to breathe or like think about what you just watched. What sucks? There's some like, oh, that could have been an interesting scene with Bucky, but I guess we're back to Falcon. And whatever's going on there, and to be fair, I went into the show going, I don't even care about these characters, so. But I'm not saying they're not good actors or anything. They're really good. What's his name? Guy who plays Falcon is like is a Shakespearean trained actor. I didn't know
that.
The editing's breakneck. Nick said it reminded him of the Queen movie. What's it called? Bohemian
Rhapsody.
And I was like, oh yeah, dude, it does remind me of that. And that shit won an award for.
It won an award for it won an Oscar for editing. You guys,
dude, that's so fucked up. That it's bad. That I didn't watch the movie until someone like brought up like Chris, you gotta watch the editing on this. Holy shit, man!
Hey.
That one scene where he's just like trying to fucking sit down. Never to talk. That thing is like, it's more cuts than any video I've ever made. So it's wild. Anyway, this show's kind of got that going on. Funny incident. Nick didn't know it was a TV show. He thought it was a movie.
Oh, like this was just it? That was how they were going to end it?
Well, we're just moving in this movie. And there's no overarching thing going on right now.
It's been a long time that they've just been shooting in helicopters. I don't understand.
And that's another thing. This is like the military propaganda in Marvel movies at like its biggest.
Okay, that was my biggest.
Really so it's almost it's gross, dude. Like the first scene.
It is really weird how
he murders 20 people. Like
He does murder a bunch of people, and the military is coming off as incredibly, it's a bad look.
It's a bad look. They're trying to make it seem almost friendly with that character, the young kid.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, this is the face of the army, man. Like, we're all friends here.
he's like Iron Patriot's best buddy, because Iron Patriot's there also.
Yeah, Iron Patriot's there.
He's best friends with the Falcon. If you join the U.S. Army, you'll be friends with all these cool guys. Join the U.S. Army.
Yeah, it's fucking that. Yeah, those first scenes are wild. I mean, I heard it does get better with the second one. Like, it's not as flagrant. Because I think that was the thing we had with WandaVision, is that there was a weird line walking / tiptoeing with trying not to make the military full villains.
By having the FBI sweep in and be like, well,
and then there's the good people at Sword who want to help out.
Yeah,
they're the good ones. They're the good ones. They're not all bad.
It's also weird, like, because that's not even real military. That's some made up.
But that's their military stand-in.
Yeah,
like
the only one that can be kind of bad is the one we made up.
Yeah.
Even that one we make okay, but the FBI definitely in the right here.
Yeah.
They're all good folks.
Anyway. Hey, so that's like the biggest complaint. And so far the episode is fine. It didn't grab me like WandaVision did.
I don't think it's going to be able to do most of what WandaVision necessarily did. It's
I'm
going
not
to
even
be a
saying
totally
like,
different animal.
I just mean in the sense that you have to grab me, you have to get me into the show. And then and already I was kind of like zoning out while watching it. Just because now I'm just back to watching Marvel. Like,
right.
So I don't have to pay attention.
You know how it'll go.
Yeah, I know how it's gonna go. So far, Bucky's thing is probably the more interesting, but we'll see where it goes. I think Falcon's family is actually one of the more interesting things. Anything to do with the blip, like where it's just people.
Anything to do with the blip? I don't know. What about the act? Okay, what about the acting in the scene with Falcon and his sister at the bank? Like, I thought that was a well acted scene.
It's probably one of the better scenes, if not the best scene in that episode.
Yeah, I thought that was very strong
from both of them. There's like really good, just tides turning and like the conversation moving, and they're reacting to it.
Yeah,
and you realize halfway through that, if not towards the beginning of that fucking thing, they're not getting money. Like,
this is going to go really, really bad.
Yeah, it's gonna go bad. And it goes bad. That dude turns out an Avenger, saves. Also, their whole thing of, well, you weren't around for 5 years. Like, you've just on a business. I get that's supposed to be frustrating, in the show, right? But also, you've just like gotten rid of half of the world of your clientele, like literally 50% of your possible clientele. We just said, it's like, really, you want to go with that? You think that's the logical choice? Not even just a right choice?
Yes, Thanos snap was a choice we all made.
I guess so.
We all knew the risks.
We've talked about the life insurance thing, right? Like, what's life insurance gonna work in this
half
universe?
The world had to get and
payouts,
they did address it a little bit in the last Avengers movie, where they said something like, well, I finally got there was a woman in the group of people talking about having lost their partners.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the insurance finally paid out, but it's only like $12,000. Like, there's no money.
Yeah, because everyone.
Yeah.
The 50% keep getting richer. Yeah. No,
that's right, guys. It was political the whole time.
It went to the 50%, man. It's freaking wild. Anyway, but I agree with you, Ian. I think that's like the best scene of the episode.
Okay.
I think it's
same.
like the best most well acted. Also, like Falcon's totally in the fucking wrong. His sister's right, like full on.
yeah.
Like when
Definitely.
he's about it's my boat too. I was like, dude, you weren't even around when you were fucking alive. Like
he's just being difficult.
Yeah.
That's why he needs a partner to balance him out.
That's right. That's right. Someone who's trying to do better.
I realized at some point during the helicopter fight that goes on for however long, like, oh, this movie is basically going to be what if a buddy cop movie, but in the army. It's actually probably what this movie.
That's probably
what this is going to be.
We'll see what the second episode, because that twist at the end. I won't get into too much of that if no one's seen it. But Nick, you haven't mentioned anything too much. What are your thoughts, dude?
Well, I mean, you pretty much covered some of them. Like,
okay.
I mean, there's not much to say for an hour, like for an episode.
For a pilot, not a pilot. The first episode.
We don't even know where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
All we can really say is that it's very apparent that the military, the U.S. military, I mean, even the villains within them is like Call of Duty, Activision level, where at best they're exceptions to the system and not products of it. So we're back at that again. Literally, Falcon's a drone. Falcon literally is the $1 billion weapon U.S. military uses in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And they do that thing. I just remembered where they go out of their way to make sure actually all the people in the Middle East, they think Falcon's super tight. They love what he's doing.
They love
He learned how to speak Saudi Arabia. He learned to speak the language because he's cool.
Yeah. Arabic, Farsi, like
Farsi. Was it Farsi that he was speaking?
I think it was Arabic.
I want to say so.
Or maybe it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
either way, they love him.
Oh, they think he's great. Oh, thank you so much for shooting
they
up
think he's
a bunch
of bee's knees. That's what we need in America.
Also, really, one quick question. This isn't necessarily as serious, but where were those French terrorists from? Were they from France?
They're not from France. I don't know. It seemed Russian almost.
Wait, does that imply that all the military that got snapped, they had to go back after they came back?
That's another good question, isn't it?
Oh shit!
Like when they
you have to finish your service.
Like when they came back, if you came back after 5 years of not existing, you still have to finish your service, or
I would get out of it by saying I died.
And they still occupy those areas, even though I thought the world was connected because Thanos. Never mind.
Also, I guess on the topic of I guess theoretically on the topic of war, kind of established that during the blip there weren't really international boundaries anymore. Like
and now we're back at
it.
So that means that there weren't countries, and obviously no war, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why would the U.S. still need to occupy those parts of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
There's literally so maybe it is the most realistic part of this. Hang on. In that there was literally a global threat that we all joined forces for. And, but we still kept all the walls up, all the borders going, and it didn't matter. Maybe that is realism. Maybe
Maybe Thanos had the right idea.
Maybe
Hydra was just a really cool fashion statement.
Yeah, maybe Hydra. That's the best part of the WandaVision thing. Is when Agatha calls her out.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We were confused. So you joined like it's one step away of so you joined the Nazis?
I was 16.
We all make mistakes.
Look, man, someone's got to blow up that building. Just because my parents blew up, I got to blow up that building in Civil War.
All right. Call me off spot. Who knew Disney would be the domino that leads to another extension of the Banana Republic mindset of the U.S. Dude, yo. So I mean, I'm gonna keep watching. I always give a series a 3-episode thing, and depending on which, I might just relegate it to. I'll watch it all at once, like a one night thing. We'll see.
This is also going to be shorter. It's only going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah. Even their theme park empire is growing. Oh, I heard about that. Man,
tell me about.
Can't wait for. I have family who were laid off from, or I have friends of like relatives and their like girlfriends and boyfriends or their partners laid off from the Disney stuff, and now they're opening a theme park. So that must have been a fun. Oh yeah, they're building an extension to the theme park.
What is it? Is it like Marvel Planet?
You know, I actually don't know. I didn't look too much into it. If not the largest employer in Anaheim, it sure is, and a lot of people were gone because of that. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun conversation if I ever see them. So anyway, I'll keep at it. I'll see where it goes. I'm caught up with the Marvel stuff, so I guess. Yeah. All I'm saying is this show has to do a lot for me. Like for me personally, I know people are gonna enjoy this, but in order for me to keep going,
it's a fun shoot 'em up, but there is a lot of I don't know, things that give me pause, but I'll carry on anyway.
Yeah.
Just because I agree. I think that the actors are kind of bringing it. They're always so talented. So
yeah. Also, is Steve Rogers dead? Like I thought he was alive.
He's I think it's implied that people think he's dead.
Okay.
And that he's retired.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, we're gonna find out he's on the moon, right? That's because I hope that conspiracy part of the episode's true.
It would be really fun though.
Like he's with the Skrulls. And he's like, like, nah. Even though you're 90, you still gotta fight.
Here's your shield from.
Here's your moon suit, old man. Oy. But yeah, anything else you watch?
Oh, actually, let me mention one last show I just thought of. I actually did watch like 3 hours of last night. It's called Pirates on the High Seas.
Okay.
And it's like a Netflix docu-series. It's like 50% experts talking about pirates and 50% terrible actors reenacting pirate scenes.
Yeah. Is it gonna be one of those Netflix documentaries that don't say anything in the end? Because I've been having a lot of those lately.
Saying nothing as in like just not having a point?
Yeah.
Or
not having a point, or if it's a mystery, the mystery is unsolved. Still.
I mean, this show is more like, here's the golden age of piracy, and we're just going to cover the lives of 6 of the most famous people from.
Okay. All right, there you go. Historical documentary.
Yeah.
With that Nat Geo dramatizations going on.
Yes, just like clearly some guys standing on a sandy kiddie pool with a backdrop.
There's like an electrical outlet in the background.
There's like an old man who's like, you shouldn't be here, and you can tell he's said that line like 12 times, and each time they were like, all right.
And that was the best take we got.
That was the best one. But hey, guys, if you like biographies about pirates, it is worth watching.
It's fun.
Maybe
it is fun.
Yeah. And that'll be my month, guys. What about yourselves?
Nick, you want to take this, or you want me to go? Oh, I just realized he's muted. The Transcend Sale Waga. I'll go then. So most of us, we watched the Falcon thing. We just talked about that. We'll get to the Snyder thing. Work's been really prevalent. Summer's incredibly busy for us as it's getting warmer. I'll just go to shows because that's the first thing. I watched K-On! For the first time.
An anime?
I just realized Nick's in like the bathroom, so he's gonna miss me talking about K-On! Oh no, here he is. He's not gonna miss the talk about K-On!
Yeah, you did.
I watch K-On! As of today,
like a real man.
I have watched everything in K-On! Except the movie. What's started out because Nick has been pushing for me to watch K-On! For like over a year. It's got to be.
Yes.
It's got to be a long ass time.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah, someone's already like fua. So okay, so I watched K-On! So Ian, do you know anything about K-On!?
Literally nothing.
If you look up
1,
K-On!,
2,
you'll know
3,
everything
4,
about
rice.
Dude, that song, the whole school sings it. Okay, so I think I mentioned it somewhat before on the last podcast, if not the one before. That first episode's animation is like fucking amazing. Holy shit! And then when I found out, Sushio helped out with a lot of the creative direction. If he was the creative director, I think. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Everything's so lively, and you probably want someone like him because that show lives and dies by its characters and how much you're gonna love them. So if you don't know, Ian, it is an anime about high school girls, cute girls doing cute things, but they also are part of a club and a band and play music. Yeah, they play pop rock, Japanese like pop rock, very cutesy. Light music, yeah, light music is what they call it. And that's not what the show's about. You think the show's going to be about? It starts off with your main character learning how to play guitar, but then they just give her the thing of she's naturally talented, and it's implied she does practice and play on her own a lot. But honestly, the levels of stuff she's doing, it's like, oh no, that's just she's naturally gifted. So we're not gonna like stay too much on that. We're gonna watch them do cute things, like go on a vacation or go shopping or steal fruit from other people's desserts in front of them.
Is it
Dude,
like a slice
that
of
scene
life?
though? Hang on, yo.
Yeah, more or less.
The strawberry like cake scene.
It's great.
I was telling Chris about it for a year now. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
No, that shit's real. That shit got me.
There's this character Mugi. She's rich, like stupid rich. Like like they own multiple houses, and they're like, we're only gonna be staying in the smallest one thing. And she's rich to the point where she's almost like Ariel in The Little Mermaid, and she wants to go where the regular people go. And what do the poors do? And like there's a whole episode about like I want to get hit in the head because I've never experienced that. I want my friend to punch me in the head. And just trying to get people to do that. She goes to like it's wild. That's her character. That's her. And she really has like nothing the first season, but they build more and more on the last two. The drummer Ritsu, Mio becomes kind of the idol, even though she's like scared and doesn't like horror. But she plays bass, so bass players unite. That's why I say our main character plays guitar, and that's the one who's like naturally gifted. And then the last season really becomes like the existential crisis for the character Mizuha, because she's a year younger than all of them, and they're all like the series ends with them graduating. But Mizuha's left behind. Yeah, so that's what does last season. I was like, that's what I'm gonna solve it as. There's not much to say about the show other than it's better than I thought. It's really good. There's some really good animation to it. It is very much. There's some points, dude. It's like corn syrup, and like it's too cute. For me and you, for people like me and you, Ian, with their greasy hearts that can't
Did you fucking set someone on fire in this GIF? What is this?
No, me and you, we can't handle good things too often, and therefore must go back into the filth where we belong.
What the fuck is this? What is this perversion? This.
But it's very cute, Ian. If you want, that show does have a problem. That show very much has. That show has a big problem though at the end, in that there's multiple episodes in a row where that could have been the last episode.
Okay.
Just because of emotional hooks. In fact, me personally, I would argue the biggest emotional hook, the scene that really got me, is like you watch it and then you go, "There's 7 more episodes left in this fucking series."
Yeah, it ends like 3 times. It's like Okami level of like, it's a game. Like the game Okami is pretty. Like its biggest flaw was that it ends 5 times.
Yeah. I'll just set up the scene for you real quick. They play their last show, right? And then they're making plans for the rest of the school year that they're all going to do together until they realize that it ends and then they graduate and the college season starts. And so the rest of the scene's about with that. And it's like an incredibly well animated and acted scene. And then there's 5 more episodes, 5 or 7 more fucking episodes. Granted, 3 of them were OVAs. So, and I still gotta watch the fucking movie, which I can't believe there's a movie.
Does the movie act as a sequel?
No, Nick told me. Nick, you said it was like happens right before the ending or something.
Yeah, it's like they're made before the official final episode.
Yeah,
and they make it very clear this is the final episode. But I'm with Chris. Like there is one episode before the official one that I felt should have been the final episode, which is what he's talking about. Yeah, when they're.
It should have been the final scene. How about that?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know about the whole episode, but like definitely that last scene should be the last scene. What else about the show? Okay, so I watched. The reason I watched is because I know from a like historical context, which is weird to say because it came out in 2008. That it started.
That's 13 years ago.
I know it started. I know it started off the whole virtual band thing.
Yeah.
Like kicked it off big time, and this is where it starts. And it's real solid. Like first thing. Again, it's just like it becomes so little about the music, and I think that's just me because I started really playing music in high school. So I was like, oh, cool. We're going to see like the foibles that everyone falls into and all that. Not really, but it's good. Anyway, the best girl is Sawa. If like you got to choose, it's the teacher. She's amazing. My favorite episode is her having the band reunion at one of her bandmates' weddings.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh my god.
Because they play in a death metal band. And it's this Japanese wedding, and it's and then you find out like the husband's never heard this. Oh man, it's pretty great. She's great. She's great. She's the best character. Anyway, it's cute girls doing cute things, and it's well done. So that's that.
I mean, we gotta go for the movie though.
I gotta watch the fucking movie. Apparently, do they go to Budokan? That's like what I need. That was their goal at the beginning of the show. And they're never going to go to Budokan.
What the fuck do you know?
It ends with them just somehow. So they only ever play one show outside of school, too. But again, it's not about the band. It's about them. It's about their friendship. So, yeah.
It's about the special bond that these girls have with each other.
That's right.
Ian, are you sold?
That is sweet.
So you've got me so close. We're actually just seeing this.
I just got to come up with one more thing. Okay, give me a second. I can come up with one more thing.
Okay.
I mean, the festival was cool. The music festival.
Yes. There's an occult club.
There's an occult club.
You got me.
They create a recreational.
It takes 3 seasons, but then you finally find out who's in it. Oh, also they do a whole episode recreating Romeo and Juliet, so there you go.
And they use the Rosetta Stone for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where we find out what the occult club people look like.
Are you using Crunchyroll?
That was on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Right now. It may. I don't know if it's on Crunchyroll. It might be.
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Can I just say it's been a while since I've had this beer, and like, still one of my favorites.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Arrogant Bastard, if you want to sponsor me, you are my favorite beer. So.
Beer of Kings. We've all said it.
Yeah, that's right. And
But yeah,
Baja
this
Blast.
episode.
Hey, Baja Blast season's gonna start anytime. So.
Ian, if you can see it on Discord.
Oh, hang on. I can pull up the can.
Oh, that's the teacher? Oh shit.
That's
Okay,
the
yeah,
teacher.
you're right. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my
so,
god.
what else? Again, it hasn't been much. I read the latest Junji Ito manga, the Ramina.
Manga.
Actually, I don't think it's the latest. I think one other one came out, but it's the one about the planet.
Oh yeah.
I've read that as well. Oh,
Yeah,
what
the
did you
giant
think of
planet.
it?
Oh, I loved it. Holy shit! It's fucking.
That is.
It's fucking wild. I can't believe like half the manga is this takes place while the Earth is being destroyed. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how fast it happens.
The scale of it is what's also really impressive because it would be so easy for this to feel like an something so terrible that we couldn't begin to give it context, but the wide shots that he gives you gives you the feeling of just how hopeless everything is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, also, it's like the goofiest I think I've ever read.
It's some dumb shit. Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. Like some of they're like flying in most of that manga, and just riding the wind. Oh man, it's also like it's about Japan's weird obsession with idols and people, and just trying to find something like that, and it's showing that these emotions are like the side of the same coin. But also, it's about it's about a planet that fucking eats things. So, it's great. It's great. If you like Junji Ito, you're gonna love this.
If you like the spooky window, if you like the doll one, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah. As small of a story it is, I think my favorite's still the vinyl. I like the vinyl record.
I don't remember that one.
Short story. It's a short one. It's a very short story about a record vinyl where it's the last recorded thing of this singer, and it's recorded after she died.
Oh wow!
Because she gets hit in front of the studio, and they drag her body in, just so the paramedics can like get her, and she's not just lying on the fucking sidewalk.
Right.
But then she starts singing while dead, and then it records that, and it becomes a cursed vinyl.
It's pretty good. Okay.
That people murder each other for. It's pretty wild.
To answer your question, my favorite one is probably the window next door. That one just spooks me.
That's a good one. It's real going.
Real bad. I think because when I was a boy,
there was an old lady
my bedroom
looking
window
at you.
did face the neighbor's house.
Oh jeez.
It was an old lady. She was. What about you, man? What's your favorite one?
Oh yeah, what's your favorite name?
Probably. I think of ones that I personally enjoy, like in that it scared me the most, or the one that got me. Sure. Okay. Probably
Man in the chair.
Man in the chair. Yes. Human chair. That's up there.
Human chair's up there.
You know, the dollhouse is pretty good. I'm really liking that one.
Oh, that one's good. That one's a good one.
What was it called? Tomi. I thought that was pretty good. You know, surprisingly, I think Uzumaki might be my least favorite. I think that and
Uzumaki. I actually really like Uzumaki. It's just I think the ending's really weak.
Yeah, I think that's why.
I guess I'm not stories.
But
oh no, I was just saying I liked all the short stories that were.
Yeah,
they're in that one, like the hair.
Yeah,
and they're just having these like bitch fights with their hair.
Yeah, I
and,
guess
like,
out of the
smacking each
collection,
other.
probably yeah. Probably Dissolving Classroom.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Anyway. But yeah, so I read that. Played some video games. I haven't finished anything. I'm still working on 13 Sentinels. I played Persona 5 Strikers the first like 3 hours when I got to. It's wild. That game I was not expecting to be the sequel to Persona 5 or Persona 5 2. I thought it was going to be a spin-off, but it's playing exactly like Persona except instead of RPG elements, it's just a Muso fighting. But it's more visual novel than Muso. Like, it's doing all the Persona stuff.
okay.
It's wild. I'm like curious to see where the story goes, because is this gonna be another 80 fucking hour game? Like 80-hour long game to 120?
I mean, I was told it's technically Persona 5 too.
So like, yeah, is it gonna be that long, right?
Yeah.
Oi.
Probably.
Oi. So that's gonna take me a while right now. So played that. I beat Bowser's Fury on the new Super Mario 3D World re-release, which Super Mario 3D World was already up there, if not my favorite Super Mario game. And Bowser's Fury is like fucking awesome. I love it. I love playing the whole thing. I got all 100 stars, so loved it. What else? There's nothing too crazy that I watched. K-On! Took up a lot because I was just like going through it, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I mean, by the next podcast, I'll have a lot to talk about because like Godzilla vs. Kong will have happened, and I'll get into my kaiju stuff.
Got to actually sit down with my roommate and watch the last Kong movie.
Skull Island.
Oh no, so it would be Shin Godzilla was the one.
Oh, you watched Shin Godzilla?
Oh wow.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Let's talk about that.
That little fetus monster is one of the most upsetting things I've ever fucking seen.
It throws up blood from like its lungs.
It's got it's got bloody gills and it's got dead eyes.
Yeah.
It's
that camera shot of the tunnel filling up. So I'm gonna say, I'll just say outright, Shin Godzilla is in like the top 3 for my favorite Godzilla movie. I love it to death.
Okay.
It's by far the best human story.
Oh, definitely.
In any Godzilla movie, like easy peasy. And you know it's directed by Hideki Anno, right? Yeah, and he'll never direct it again. He hated working with Toho, as every single director who has ever directed Godzilla has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. Only in the Showa era were there repeat directors. But not... Toho is just notoriously hard to work with. Notorious. Anyway. Yeah, dude, I fucking love shit. Oh my god, dude. The lasers. Come on. And like, there's actual likable characters. Dude, the shot from that crazy shot where you're in the computer screen looking at them as they're reading you. What'd you think about the Americans and how we want to nuke things?
I mean, I wasn't surprised to hear that as an opinion in that movie.
He's just walking out, waving a paper as he's walking out the door. We gotta nuke him, is what we gotta do.
It's time!
Or
it was time before I got here.
Or all 3 of the American generals all posed in front of each their own window, staring out the sun and talking to each other like that.
He's got a style.
Yeah. And remember, hey, she's going to be president of the United States, dude.
Thank God.
Oh, man.
She's going to be president of the United States.
You all thought.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If anyone said... No, I love watching other countries do American characters. I love it.
I think that we see so many...
Yeah.
They're all correct.
Yeah.
All correct.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just really shortly.
Yeah.
Did I say I watched? There was another Bollywood movie that I had watched a while ago that was set in New York.
Sick.
And it was fantastic because it looked nothing like it was clearly New Jersey. There was there were no tall buildings. And there's like the very first musical number that is, because Bollywood films well known for their elaborate musical numbers.
Yeah.
This has a bunch of
rest of the movie.
Has like a bunch of kids playing basketball and skateboarders, and then they do a break dance to gospel choirs that descend from the trees over the neighborhood.
That's fucking
very good.
That's
it's very cool. Good. It's like, yeah, that is what America's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Love to see America in other countries' movies. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well,
can I just say some more things about Shin Godzilla? I just want to. Are you still have some stuff to say about the Bollywood? Ian. Oh no.
Ian.
No, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. We thought you died. So Shin Godzilla, isn't it great that for all the characters they introduce, they give you giant nameplates so you won't forget? Or at the very least, that's all the info I need to know about them and who this character is.
They are what they do.
One of the cool things that Shin Godzilla does too is it brings back scientists into the Godzilla movie equation.
Yeah, that's true.
Watch out, your mic's scratching again.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Whereas, like, as much as I like the Legendary movies, it's another, like, the military funds those movies as well, or has funding in it, so they're played up a lot, and there's like a fetishization of them. Like, for fuck's sake, King of the Monsters has that shot where Godzilla's coming out and like jet planes are like swarming around him, and like they're attacking with him, they're fighting with Godzilla. But Godzilla movies have always been like, it's the scientists who are the ones working on the problem and are actually going to fix everything. So that was kind of cool that Shin Godzilla brought back. It's all the weirdos and the weird scientists that solve this whole problem. And it's a cool portrayal of Godzilla. I love that design. He's portrayed as a force of nature rather than the monster, which is you don't see too much. And Kami Spot does say, I mean, Godzilla was a bomb, so it's a good parallel. Yeah, not only that, in Shin Godzilla, his skin texture is modeled after people's skin. That you can take pictures of this that burned during the atomic bombings.
Oh my god!
So it really is supposed to be the spirit of like that. And what do you think of the final shot?
The tail.
Just like, god damn, what an image to go out on.
What an image. So
So
it's supposed to imply like even more Godzillas were gonna spawn off.
Right.
Or something, and more like it's gonna be it was supposed to be a continuation of the legacy of the atom bomb.
Right.
But again, Anno will never do it again, so whatever. We're gonna get a Godzilla anime that looks really good, so hopefully it's good.
Oh, who is it also?
No, it is not Anno.
That are gonna be.
It's not Anno.
What?
We don't even know if it's not Shin Godzilla. It's not Anno. But the design looks pretty cool. You only get to see one shot of it. There's only 2 trailers.
Okay.
And Jet Jaguar's in it. So.
Oh, okay.
And it was so good parallel, yeah. So it's the result of that, all that going on. Yeah, I think I just love that movie, man. It's like top 3. It's like top 3 Godzilla movies. I'm so glad I got to see it in theaters. Even though the subtitles I watched it on were fucked up.
So, are they out of sync?
They were out of frame.
Oh,
you could only see half of them. That was fun, and they never fixed it. So anyway, that movie's great. Everyone go watch Shin Godzilla. I think I've talked about it before. And I'm gonna watch King Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. So don't you worry, I'll have a thing on that. Do you think kaiju would be so prevalent had the Axis won World War II and the bombs not fell? I don't know.
You mean like She means the medium, right? They mean the medium of the kaiju film?
Yeah, yeah. Like real kaiju.
The kaiju, like, or is it like in the fiction, the giant lizards?
I think giant monsters would have existed anyway. I really don't want to say
that was like
that if it weren't for the atom bombs, we wouldn't have Godzilla. So it all worked out. I don't want that to be the conclusion.
Let me say this. I know that
dinosaur movies exist before that.
It's true that Godzilla in particular is seen as like the seminal giant monster movie. But there were films that weren't a response to the atom bomb. There were films that were like I'm trying to think of. There was a Korean gentleman who was captured by North Korea and forced to make movies through a lot of the 80s and 90s. True. And then his giant monster movies tended to be about like North Korean communism destroying community. Like it's like a monster who saves you, and then when the monster saves you, it then demands to eat all your children as payment. Or it's those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
So,
and then there were giant monster movies in America. They're just not about that. It was about those sci-fi movies are about like things bigger than man type deal, but like literally. But also the idea that like maybe we won't be at the top of the food chain. Anything could like happen. They weren't that great. Having seen a couple of them, but at the time that would have been like blown your mind.
But no,
so I don't know.
I think there's
okay.
I think there's plenty of things that people would want to do with giant monsters. I'm sure that would have
Del Toro would have still existed at some point. Ultraman's about Catholicism, so there's there's that.
The creator of Ultraman's super God-fearing Irish Catholic.
Oh yeah.
Is he in fact? That's not true.
Oh, you gotta send Nick. You gotta send him the pics, man.
Hang on, Ian. This show was made for you. Let me get this out.
Okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, Ultraman's about Catholicism. So.
Is Ultraman a metaphor for Jesus?
More or less.
A lot. Yep. It's a lot of things.
It's a metaphor for a lot.
That's why literally his pose is him doing a cross. Remember his arm, his wrist?
Oh my god. Is Ultraman like a Japanese version of Bible Man?
Yes.
Oh shit, I never even put that together.
It's the Bible. You thought you couldn't escape the Bible.
But you can just watch. It's the only giant monster movie that doesn't have stupid people doing stupid things. Like that of Jaws. Even though
it's
Jaws
like Halo, it's just the Bible.
Jaws 1, I think gets away with it, Call Me Apple Spot, just because that was like the first of that kind of like monster movie. Oh, go ahead.
What are all the crosses on top of that unconscious person? Oh my god!
It's of Ultraman. It's for Ultraman crucified in space.
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman died so that we may flourish.
That's right. That's right. Also, Moses was an Ultraman. There's one scene where you see that.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
After he ripped that Beyblade.
You guys know that Jesus was a Pokemon master?
Yeah. You know
it was.
I would also argue, Call Me Up Spot, if you haven't watched Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla is full of people, or doesn't fall into the stupid people doing stupid things.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
I would also argue Final Wars Godzilla is not that, because they're all spacemen and they're not people, and they do cool Matrix fights in the air because Matrix had come out like 2 years earlier. So Final Wars is up there, by the way. I know it seems like I'm joking, but Final Wars is like up there for top 3 Godzilla movies. So y'all should watch. Y'all should watch Final Wars. Anyway, I can talk about kaiju all day. So when I'll get my time in the sun next month when I'm talking about Godzilla versus Kong. We got another comment here. Want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers on link here. Bigfollows.com.
Sounds really legitimate.
Sounds
you gotta
legit,
do it.
dude.
Link.
Bigfollows.com. Come on,
Click
that's a kick-ass domain name.
Do it.
We're all saying do it now. Do it.
Bigfollows.com.
Do it.
Like,
Want to become famous, but not for a Jedi.
Like, shit, I'll never be able to get that domain name. Like, that's a good domain. Like,
What if we spelled it with like all the E's or 3s?
All dollar signs.
all the
They're all
threes
dollar
and all the S's are dollar signs. .biz.
See, that's how you know we made it.
Bigfollows.biz.
UK.
We're moving on up,
Yeah.
Ian.
Oi, so Nick, you want to take the reins? Because I'm like pretty much good.
Yeah, sure. I mean, besides all the stuff Chris talked about us watching, yeah, life-wise, it's all just been work, things like that.
Yeah.
It's
About to be summer, and summer's the busiest time for the jobs we do. So.
Oh yeah, we're not even there yet.
Yeah.
But I guess since Chris talked about it, I also started playing 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim.
Yeah, you're farther than me, right?
I am farther than Chris.
Yeah.
And Ian, I made a very clear point that I would learn as little as possible about this game before I went in.
Mm-hmm.
And it sure paid off because, oh my god, it's everything I wanted in a game.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only way I can put it.
Dude,
it's fucking genius. I
even
love
in
it.
like those first 3 hours, it throws like
I
5
fucking love it.
sci-fi tropes at you.
Yeah, I know.
As what
Oh,
might
Chris,
be the
you
main
should keep
story,
playing.
but we don't know what the main story is.
Well, keep playing.
I know I'm gonna keep playing. Ian, you would love this game.
Ian, you would fucking...
What goes on? Give me a general idea.
No, the less you know.
I can't. I
It is
literally can't.
one of the best sci-fi stories you'll play.
Okay.
I'll say that. And you know I don't like saying best of or anything, right? But like,
I know you hate hyperbole in just about
That's
every
not
sense.
hyperbole.
it's
Like, it's not even close.
It's pretty fucking wild. It's like- here's the thing though. It does
Gameplay.
have one big
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Well, it has two. Two big problems. One, you can only save 9 times, which you can only have
Ever?
9. You can only not. No, sorry, you can only have 9 save files.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
Chris, damn, they're playing only 9 times. Better figure it out.
2. 13 Sentinels, yep, as of right now, is only on PS4. Only on PS4, no PC, no Switch. I think they're trying to get it on other platforms,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. This was supposed to only come out on the Vita, but then in like the Switch.
Okay. Okay.
But no official news as of yet.
Mhm.
So
can I talk about it or?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Chris is right about all those things. However,
wow.
as a game itself, it is legit incredible.
Right, soon.
Because Chris is trying to talk about the story,
Jeez.
but I'm trying to say that what clicked for me was the gameplay. I had no idea what the game was going to be, gameplay wise, and it's everything I love. That's how I'll put it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. What can you even say what style of gameplay it is?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, that's true because there's like 2 games.
Yeah, it's like 5. No, it's hey, you got to keep playing because You know, it sure comes across like it's only going to be 2, huh? Yeah. It does feel like it's only going to be 2 types of gameplay, huh, Chris?
Yeah. I will say though, as far as I am, Ian, you would handle it. It's not like anything too wild.
Okay.
No, there's you don't have to do a fucking double Rapukin on Wake Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's something I played. Okay, well, we'll talk about that once you finish, Nick.
Yep.
Okay. Storyteller cascading bots in the chat. That's how you know you're doing something. That's right. That's how you know you have more than one. Is the sci-fi as good as the story About You by Ted Chiang or Chiang?
I'm not familiar with that story.
So I know about it. I haven't beaten the game. Call Me Up SWAT. So, but it's in terms of video games, it's one of the best sci-fi stories. I don't know about books, but it's amazing. It's an amazing story right now. It's everything you want and more.
That's all I'll say.
And way more.
It's way fucking more. Genius. I love it.
They just keep shoving food at you.
Foodie, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-course meal with
sci-fi, or is it Asimov sci-fi? It's everything sci-fi.
It's legit. Chris just said. He just said it. Literally throws tropes at you in the beginning.
Yeah. It's just. I honestly don't know. I don't know right now. once I beat the story, I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks because again, the less you know about this game, the better off you are.
Okay.
Straight up.
But yeah, I'm just talking like general emotion.
Yeah. Just trying to paint a general thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So besides that, I think I talked about before, I finished reading at least once the Monogatari series. So I started rewatching the seasons of the anime itself.
Yeah.
I will say I think the second and third season are okay.
Bad.
I was about to say they're actually one of my favorite TV ever.
Wow.
They actually became the opposite. Close. No, that's close.
Same coin.
I would say the second. Okay. Literally knowing the context of the books makes the second and third season now it became one of my favorite show of all time.
Oh wow!
I'm there now. And
is it just like the complexity that's carried over? What are these elements that you're appreciating? Yeah,
it's the complexity, and it's also the context of the main character's thought process of his actions. Whereas the show compromise, I think I talked about it 8 times at this point, on stream or here, where it's literally the compromise Shaft Studio had was the author Nishio Oishin loves doing long monologues or a banter between 2 characters and building the almost Kevin Smith level with the dialogue.
Oh wow!
So that's what most of the movie is.
Okay.
That's how most of the characterization
is done. And it's good dialogue, I assume, then, if you like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, because Kevin Smith movies would be bad, would be unwatchable if he wasn't good at writing 2 people talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what makes it even more interesting is that I started. Well, I think what clicked for me was they had this one it's separated in stories, kind of like parts, every couple episodes, and it's a single story, kind of like books.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Bakemono was 9 episodes about a certain thing, and then Kizumono, which is a wounded tale, was the trilogy movies, and then the rest of the show was 3 episodes each of a through plot. Then there was one in the second season, towards the end of it, called Hana Monogatari, and that was essentially about one of the characters accepting her, kind of her sexuality, and coming out not only to herself but to her other classmates as lesbian, and it's literally chronologically about her dealing with the main characters who graduated. Like chronology takes place way after the series. It's literally her as a senior, whereas in the main story she was like a freshman. So it's literally her finding her own place in life. And it's literally about her coming to terms that because of a physical disability she is not able to find her passion for basketball, but she understands that basketball was her escape from the crippling fear she had of being gay. And
it was like an automatic kind of acceptance, like I'm good at this thing, I'm getting positive feedback. Okay.
And then Hanamonogatari essentially is about her moving on from that, but as she moved on, certain things from her past come back, which is an abusive relationship she had with a borderline stalker who took advantage of her insecurity of being one of the only other females attracted to other females, so she felt like that's the only person she can be close to or could understand her. And in it,
that sounds really...
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, sorry. I have so much to say about it, but essentially Hanamonogatari essentially about a play on the monkey's paw. However, it is the Suruga devil, or it's the Japanese take on it, where instead of you making the wish and getting a huge repercussion, like huge consequence out of it, it's literally it can only grant malicious wishes. Like if you have some bodily harm you want to commit on someone, it will only be able to command those wishes.
Yeah. But now, so I've... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I had a question about the rules, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, it's stupid. But you want me to ask?
Yeah. I was about to say I could just tell you what happens.
Okay, my question is, by using the word malicious, I assume you're implying against other people, right? What if I wanted to be malicious against, say, a patch of grass? Like, would that come to bite me in the end, or?
Oh.
If I was malicious to a series of dolls I kept in a room made of hair.
I want to really fuck up some crabgrass that's ruining my lawn. What?
Yeah.
Will the wish work? Or...
I wanna demean some pears.
I want to break
just
a
really
rock.
Shame them.
Yeah, probably.
Rocks don't have feelings, so like, is that malicious? They have spirits.
Little did you know, John Cena had a Suruga devil in him when he pushed that boulder in Scooby-Doo WrestleMania.
That's my question. Anyway, I obviously...
Are we going to survive that deep cut? Wow.
I'm obviously asking these dumb questions unaware of another culture's beliefs, so if you want...
No, yeah, and what was crazy was that you find out that the abusive ex is actually a collector of the devil, like of that supernatural being. So
holy shit!
You find out that she turns out to have a monkey's paw as her arm, and then she has the devil's leg.
Damn, that's
as one of her. Yeah, she took. She's collecting appendages. She essentially wants to embody like that devil by taking supernatural like limbs.
That's actually kind of crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's wild.
That. Yeah.
So you're doing the horror story thing, but you start with the literal before the supernatural.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's crazy, dude. What's even crazier is that like the whole episode she's on crutches, and the last episode she just brushes them off and she just starts walking. Yeah, finds out she has the devil's legs and the monkey paw's arm and
they anime fight.
No, they play basketball.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's anime basketball.
Yeah, they play. Yeah, it's a basketball match.
Dude, that's Luck of the Irish.
That moment where you realize.
But this come out before or after Luck of the Irish?
You need something. Like someone says exactly right. It's like, I didn't realize how bad I wanted that. I do want that very badly.
Yeah, but when I read the book, there's this one throwaway line that when I saw it like a couple of years ago when that series of episodes came out, whole arc essentially came out. I didn't think much of it, but literally, I think last year at work, I thought about that single throwaway line and actually how important it is after watching the entire series. I literally shouted, "Oh!" like at work, because like something.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, and like coworker was staring. I was like, "Oh no, sorry, I just remembered something." But yeah, I literally had that moment. But yeah, when I read the books and then see the actual context of what's happening, I thought, man, this actually might be my favorite show of all time now.
Damn.
And I fucking love Footy Cootie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we all do.
But that's unfair because they're clearly different things doing different thing like interpretations like that. So I can't obviously say one's better than the other. That's stupid.
But this is ranking up there. That's still that bodes really well for you.
Yeah.
That bodes really well.
Yeah. So oh man, yeah, I'm probably got to. They're gonna put out the new series of books by him as well. That are like short. I mean, someone shout out
just
to.
Won't stop, huh?
Dude, he's Stephen King level of he doesn't quit.
Okay,
like
okay.
he
is he Dean Koontz?
Oh, dude, in the worst way possible.
You know, I don't even know if Dean Koontz is good. I never read.
You know what? Let me say this. I have read one of his books. Actually, two. One was just like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
And the other one was, this is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So
there's a reason.
The Watchers.
Like all that.
Yes, there is a reason. There's a reason.
Watchers, okay. I just realized the other day I never read a Dean Koontz book. There's that joke always made. It's always made compared to Stephen King for whatever reason.
He's just a spooky guy who can crank them out fast.
Oh, Dean Koontz and Jay Peterson all have ghostwriters, apparently. And it's a bad world out there in publishing in the publishing world, says Call Me Apple Spot.
That makes sense.
My goodness.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, the crank is ghostwriters.
That's how he can fucking keep up.
Well, then Stephen King is better automatically.
Yeah, like at least he's doing the work, you guys.
Yeah. However short some of those works are, but like,
listen, you get to write a handful of Mr. Gwendy's button box if you've already written The Shining.
Monkey's Paw, or what's it? Skeleton Island, or is it Monkey Island?
Which one? Oh,
Skeleton
the
Cove?
game?
No, there's a book. It's like Skeleton Island.
I don't say like it could be anything.
It could be. I have no idea.
Oh, Joe. Oh, Call Me Apple Spot was talking about Joe Hill. Yeah, they don't know how much you like Joe Hill. Probably.
I like Joe Hill.
I like Joe Hill.
Joe Hill is baby.
I like the books.
But I mean, in the sense, haven't you met Joe Hill?
I have met Joe Hill. I met him once. Yeah.
That's great. I still have Lock and Key, like shit, in here somewhere.
I mean, I really like Nosferatu when I read it, and
Nosferatu was a really fun book.
Yeah.
I feel like, when I was reading The Fireman, it was obvious he was thinking about David Tennant the whole time. But like,
okay.
Hey, I'm not gonna blame someone. Me too. I'm thinking about David Tennant the whole time too.
Nosferatu is on the list right now. Definitely.
Yeah, Horn. I do agree with. I do think overall I like Horns more. I think the blue was pretty good.
Daniel Radcliffe, yeah, he got to swear and get nude. He got to do all the stuff he wanted to do.
Fuck.
You want to watch Harry Potter? Fuck.
He now said he went from character who was aware of swearing but chooses not to say the word to saying fuck.
So let's just say it's a more mature story, you guys. It's real grown up. It's fuck. Oh my god. I just got a flash of the fucking Justice League movie and oh my god.
Okay, so Nick, do you have anything else, or should we go into that?
I do, but you know what? Man, we're here. Let's do it. Let's talk about Zack Snyder's Wild Adventures.
I will mention one thing because I will be remiss. I just remembered what I did, and I would be totally remiss if I didn't mention it because of how much I've talked about it. I did play Guilty Gear Strive beta for the little time I could. Yo, that game is fan-fucking-tastic. I think about it every day. Since the beta, it's the first fighting game in a long-ass time that's making me like, oh, I need to play it. I have all these ideas now. I gotta get back into it. I hope they do. It did get delayed, and they said they're gonna do something about the lobby. They're working on it. I don't know what they're gonna do, if it's like a fix, because it has fucking problems. And I am on the side that personally hates the lobby. But I will make it clear that I'm like fucking ecstatic for Strive, and that'll probably be the next fighting game I just put all my energy into.
Nice.
All right. So anyway, we did mention this at the beginning of the live stream. I should probably put spoilers now in the tag. We are going to be spoiling the 4-hour cut of Justice League, the Snyder cut, as the fans so demanded. And we're going to be doing that now. So if you all want to take the time, if you plan on spending 4 hours to watch it, by all means, that is your time to choose with. It's just limited, is all I'll say. We'll be no, I am not going to be talking for 4 hours. This is going to be probably pretty short.
This is going to be 12 minutes and nothing more.
This is going to be like, I don't think we're going to go past 6. Spoilers, Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be awesome. It sure fucking is, Christian. I can't wait. And again, don't you worry. I will make sure we talk about that fucking movie once we watch.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Ready?
Okay, hang on. Snyder Cut. We're going to go into that right now for spoilers. Right. So if you plan on watching it at all or just don't care about our opinions, that is fine too. This is
a weird time to stop caring about what we think.
Yeah.
You know what? No.
This is right now. This is right now a point to leave off. Oh, pick a side for Godzilla first. I'm a Godzilla boy, dude. Like what?
Yeah, with Godzilla, a big ass monkey.
What? I don't know what you thought I was gonna choose, but it's for me talking about Godzilla. So long, it's gonna be Godzilla. So there you go.
It feels harder and harder to say that Kong is going to win. It just
I mean, this is a fun game to play, but honestly, we know that's Mecha Godzilla in those trailers, right? And that's what the big evil's going to be that they both fight.
That's going to be cool. I ain't complaining.
Can I
tell you that? I was sent this message from my roommate like the other day because we had been talking about Kong versus Godzilla and who might win.
Yeah.
And what she sent me was beautiful. It was like a 2-minute clip from Stan Lee.
Okay.
And Stan Lee is,
yeah, I know which clip you're talking about.
The other one?
Yeah.
He's talking about people always ask me, who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and the Thing?
Yeah.
I say, it doesn't matter. Whoever I want to win is gonna win. Stan Lee, goddammit. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you.
No, it's fucking. Oh man, rest in peace, Stan Lee. Right?
Oh my god, what a man! What a man!
Yeah. Chris is Guillermo del Toro fan. It's obvious Godzilla's the winner here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you thought.
You want your thought-provoking political message? Yeah. You want your deep, engaging story? Nah, bump that. I need two
giant
big gorillas,
yeah.
2 big lizards with big chests.
big meaty monsters slapping each other.
You want a good story? Not me.
I know, spoiler, but I'm not going to share. No. I only got 1 week to go to watch that movie, so no spoilers here. All right. For the final time, as of right now, this moment, we will be spoiling the 4-hour cut of Justice League, aka the Snyder cut, and we will be going into spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that movie's in 4:3 ratio on my goddamn 4K TV. Did I finally get this year?
Snyder vision.
I finally upgrade to 1080. from 1080 to 4K because they finally went on sale because OLED became a thing, and I got to get a really good deal at Costco.
Yes.
And I gotta watch it 4:3.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, at least Snyder knew that we would be happy when we saw less of it on screen.
Yo, for real, that's a bad intro to that movie because that made me roll my eyes like out of my head.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's talk about the beginning really quick because I've got lots of thoughts there. I've got lots and lots of thoughts there.
All right, first they tell me it's gonna be in 4:3. Eyes roll way into my head because already I'm expecting a like smelling my own farts type thing going on. But go ahead, Ian. You sound excited.
I just feel like the whole section that is labeled Part 1 or is it Chapter 1 or Part 1?
It's like Chapter 1. Yeah.
Chapter 1. Some of the dumbest fucking worthless shit I've ever fucking had thrown in my eyes. Because it's a recap. It's a recap of the last movie because you gotta know that. And you gotta see Superman die again.
Yeah, and his scream carry on around the world.
That's right.
They're following the power scream. Oh yeah, that scene was like. I know it's gonna sound weird, but it was cringe, dog. Like that was it's cringe AF. Like
okay, my guy.
it was like, and it goes on for a while.
On for a very long time.
It was on, I think, like 10 minutes or something. Like,
well, so the movie is more or less broken into 8s.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's like the first half hour is worthless. The first half hour of it does nothing. Story.
Oh yeah.
It's just Batman being very angry, and then all the Swedes sing a little Swede song, and Jason Momoa is very sad.
Yo, that girl goes and picks up and smells that sweater in front of everyone.
Who does?
And she keeps on singing, and I just want to go. I just wanted someone in the crowd to go, "We all saw you sniff it."
Super weird, Helga.
Yeah, she inhales. She's like getting fucking high off that shit, dude. It's weird. It was almost like a weird sexual thing too. Like. Anyway, she sniffs that sweater real good, and then they all keep singing.
Then they show you the Flash, and here's the Flash being a silly little Billy.
Billy.
And then
doesn't look at all like the guy in the liquor store video. For Batman v Superman.
And then that whole scene where he saves his love interest who never shows up again in the story.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. The shit's the love interest, right? The thing they exchange looks at, and then she's like, "I'm so into that. I got into a car crash." Like,
I'm super turned on right now. Yeah. Wow.
You know what that dude reminds me? I've never seen him before. Maybe he's in a movie that I've never seen. He reminds me of like a French Stewart almost. Like,
oh, I see it. Yeah.
Like more intelligible. French Stewart. Dude. Yeah, that scene's weird because they never bring it up again. But it does lead into one of my biggest problems in the movie is holy shit, dude, there's so much slow-mo. There's so much slow-mo to convey speed. And it becomes too like I think a lot of that movie, if you cut down like the slow-mo, you would lose a lot of that you'd probably lose an hour or something. They're long shots of slow-mo. The only cool use of the slow-mo thing is Superman walking at normal speed during it.
Yes.
Or working at that's like one of the only cool things. But that happens once.
And they use it like 900 times.
Yeah, like after. Yeah. Again, to convey speed. You never see the Flash. I don't think you ever see the Flash actually go fast.
You don't see him blur out.
Yeah, which gets into another thing. Because, hey, here's the segue. It's special effects. This thing's a CG slugfest. Like CG everywhere. I still think Steppenwolf looks bad. I remember when I first saw his design.
I think he looks worse. I think he looks worse.
Here's the thing I've heard from people who have seen Justice League, and it seems to be a consensus on the internet, is that it's better than the Justice League, the first cut or whatever, the Whedon cut. Which we all have to remember he had to come in and punch in. Which I just want to say again, I'm so glad I've been saying all along, I don't think he's good. I don't like any of his stuff. And I didn't get it. I didn't get the fandom. But again, of course, I wasn't around for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so there's that. But anyway, apparently it's better. I didn't watch the original Justice League. Did any of you guys?
No, I honestly didn't actually watch it. No.
Nick,
this was my first time.
Yeah. Okay. That was your first time. Nick, did you?
No.
Okay. So we'll go off on that. That's the caveat here, because maybe it was better, and maybe we'd have better opinions of it. But
well, I know from the original cut they did not have as much screen time for Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg gets a lot. Gets quite a bit in this thing. I still don't like his design.
Oh, he looks like a weird art installation. He's so angular.
The fractal design. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this whole new. Maybe it's just me because I know fractal designs are more like popular nowadays. But a lot of the times I've seen it, I just don't like it. I didn't like Cyborg's design. I like he looked like a weird transformer.
Yeah.
Reject.
Yeah.
Dude, they didn't know what to do with Aquaman in that movie. Like, Jason Momoa is there.
It's so hard to make Jason Momoa fucking boring. And they stripped this man of... Because I watched Aquaman.
Life.
It's amazing. He's
humor.
It's so sad. It's so fucking
jolliness.
Sad. Well, this movie is devoid of any humor. It's devoid of humor.
That lady smelled his sweater good, though. So,
Sure did.
She took a big whiff, dude. It's like, I think her eyes roll or something. It's it's a lot. They speak Dolphin. I didn't know that, and so I have to assume all their conversations are in Dolphin.
Yeah, right? Maybe.
Who knows? Because they speak Dolphin while in water, which makes the air bubble thing weird. Because why would they need that, other than for us to know what William Dafoe is saying to them? It's a weird note, right? Although the one time that power is actually used in a cool way is her trying to drown Steppenwolf underwater, taking all the air out. That was pretty rad. That doesn't come out though. He swims in jeans.
Swim in jeans.
When he's underwater.
Actually, while I'm thinking of Steppenwolf, can I mention that?
Yeah.
This weird thing about... I learned that this is in the re-edit.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Aquaman fight and in the Themyscira fight, they added more blood into it.
Okay.
And they re-edited a bunch of ADR dialogue over it.
Yeah.
So I got such a cringy... You mentioned cringy. I got such a cringy feeling when I was just thinking, this movie is made for 14-year-old boys.
It sure is, dude.
What if there was more blood? And then he said, "Fuck you, Superman."
Fuck. It's made for them, dude. It's not like... That's the thing I always got from the Snyder thing.
Physics of the bodies are all... Oh, sorry.
No, I can't think of adults that like it. Like, at least that I've met. Apparently, I know there's troves of internet people that demand the Snyder Cut that didn't exist, but was reshot for this. By the way, did you know this reshoot costs more than Jurassic Park?
Oh Jesus!
Just this
Christ,
reshoot. I'm not talking about the entire.
Just the reshot parts,
yeah.
adding new scenes. Yeah,
it's fucking.
What Jesus? When I'm. And sorry, let me gather myself.
You want me to say something while you gather some thought?
I was gonna say that besides being, so weird in its tonality, I just kept thinking about how all these internet folks were talking about we need R-rated superhero movies because grown-ups want to see something more mature.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they didn't make something more mature, they made something more juvenile.
Oh yeah.
This is more childish.
I forgot this was rated R. How about that?
Yeah.
It's probably a PG-13 movie. And what rated R superhero movies have we had? We've had Deadpool 1 and 2. They're
Logan.
great. If you count Judge Dredd as a superhero movie, so Dredd, the remake, is one of my favorite superhero movies if it counts as a superhero movie. And I remember that one not doing great in theaters, so we'll never get that again. Wasn't the Spirit rated R?
Yeah, that was R.
That was R.
Spawn.
Did you watch that one?
Was Spawn rated R?
Yes, I did watch The Spirit.
You watched The Spirit. I didn't watch The Spirit.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So what, the octopus?
Or
right?
Sin City.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Samuel Jackson is the octopus.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my God.
Let me ask you this, because I really like the comic books. I read the comic books.
Too.
I never saw them.
Oh,
is Ebony White a character in that movie?
Yeah.
Well, weird. That's weird. That's super gross and weird.
It's bad.
He's not. Does he look like a human being? Does he look like a normal human being?
Yes, but he has the name, and if you know the context, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not great. It's not super cool.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll divulge a little from. We'll get back to Zack Snyder. I just want to talk about it for like 1 minute. I'll get no other chance to talk about it. But to preface,
talk about my boy Darkseid, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So to preface, The Spirit is one of my favorite comic books. Specifically, Will Eisner's and Darren Crow's, rest in peace, art and run of The Spirit.
Yeah.
And yeah, the movie sucks. The movie was just really bad. This dude, the Zack Snyder cuts remind me of the feelings I had when I watched Sin City and fucking The Spirit when those things came out.
Mm-hmm.
Where it felt like very long music videos that just happened to have a story.
Yeah.
The amount of slow motion I've seen in this film, that I swear you can just hit a chorus to like a pop song or like, I don't know, fucking Bullet Over My Valentine.
Zack Snyder used to direct music videos.
Yeah, so when Chris said, I was like, okay, that makes sense. What I'm feeling.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we got some comments before I talk about Darkseid, because I think that relies a lot about some of the writing in this movie. Christian watched the original Justice League, so that's one person I know. There was no screen time for Flash or Cyborg apparently. He always looks angry. He does. Jason's just there for Jason Momoa, dude. You say beefcake ammo and no homo? No, dude, that dude. Listen.
All homo.
Listen. You don't need to be attracted to go. Yeah, that's like a sculpted. that thing was made out. That dude's made out of marble or something.
All right, Christian, you don't need a pass.
Yeah,
you got the pass. Don't worry.
You're allowed to still be straight and be like, listen, he's Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's
what am I
gorgeous.
No need to feel insecure, man.
Shit, man.
I'll go like, hey, man. Jason Momoa. Like,
No,
what are
the
you gonna
trick
say? That
is-
dude ain't attractive? Come on. What are you fucking lying to yourself? All right.
I ain't gay, but can you marry me?
Can you marry me?
No homo.
What was the joke we used to do? Hey, no homo, but can I give you a massage? Like,
Oh yeah.
loosen up
And
your
there's
shoulders.
that cracked.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cracked skit where it's the no homo
Yeah.
and they're eating
Oh
ice cream
God, I'm
together?
trying to remember. Yeah, they're eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, don't worry. Jason Momoa, that's like, yeah. I don't
Henry
like.
Cavill though.
So Spawn was PG-13. Okay. I don't remember. My Kami Spot says my take is when they make a Storm movie, it'll actually be good. You just need eyes. I think Jason Momoa's already married. Yeah, someone got that shit locked.
Who wouldn't?
When dude, I want a Storm movie to be good. Storm's an interesting character.
I was okay.
Oh, go ahead,
short.
because I'm gonna get back into the movie. Well, after
Okay, one last thought about Storm is, I know that it's very. I had a very strong feeling that we were maybe going to get a Storm appearing in one of the Black Panther storylines, and I feel like that may now be derailed slightly.
With the inclusion of Rodney Boner.
Who?
It's the name of the dude who plays Quicksilver, but it's the actor from Marvel's Quicksilver.
Oh, I see.
But you know, instead of being a mutant, he's just an actor. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. It's Rodney Boner, right? Is it Charles Boner? If it's Charles Boner, it should have been Rodney Boner.
Rodney Boner is much funnier than Charles Boner.
Yeah. If you're gonna play it up.
It's Ralph.
Ralph Boner? Okay, it should have been Rodney.
Should have been Rodney.
He should have played it up, is what I'm getting.
Lance Hardwood.
If you're gonna go for it, right? Like,
Richard Glasscock.
Glasscock.
Glasscock, always very funny. So go ahead about Darkseid.
Darkseid. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, right? I loved the Justice League cartoons. I read the comics growing up. And one thing, there's a thing about Darkseid, right? Darkseid's got to be like something beyond the force of nature in the sense that it's almost like it's a celestial being. It's a god creature, right? Like there has to be an intimidation thing, and a lot of that is conveyed in the cartoons and comics by just the simple fact that he has his hands behind his back, and when he flies, he doesn't move. It's just him moving through the air with his hands, and it looks kind of goofy, but the whole thing is that it's an intimidation in that he barely has to exert effort in order to conquer worlds.
Yeah.
And use those eye lasers, and it's pretty effective most of the time. It's pretty because then you go, holy shit, this dude must be stopped. Like, there's got to be, and it's got to be Superman. Superman's got to stop him. And there's a weird thing this movie does with his villains in that they're jobbers in the first fight. Steppenwolf gets that amazing line read of just him going, no, as they run away with the cube. In Themyscira. I don't know if you guys remember that. He yells no.
Oh, I do. I recall.
You are correct.
It runs away. By the way, that's probably one of the few areas with like a good fight. Like the horse thing was pretty cool. And Darkseid getting fucking pwned the first time you see him, getting his shit put in. And Wrecked is just like, well, why am I intimidated by this villain? Because then you go, we've did it before, we're gonna do it again.
Right.
Type deal, right? And you only get the hands behind the back with the time you see him open up that portal, which I assume in the original cut, that's when you first see him, because that's a much better intro of that character than the Blizzard cutscene. The Blizzard animation we get for that fight, where all the gods look weird.
Oh yeah, I thought it was
Zeus.
fake.
I think they are fit. Like, I think they're CG'd on, dude, and that's just their head.
Yeah,
Head's
why
real.
he built like that? Like Ares? That was supposed to be Ares? My man looked like a fucking Minecraft character. Like,
although
like
Granny
fucking...
Goodness is, I'm pretty sure, full CG. Like, she is not a person.
Yeah, it's built like a fucking Autobox case. Like, it's fucking...
And so that's a weird thing for the villain, right?
Yeah.
To have. Another sort of villain thing is when Superman first wakes up, which I get the idea. It's a cool idea to have. It feels so unnecessary to the movie.
Yeah, like,
once that scene's over,
another
of
problem
them
to
fighting,
tack on.
Yeah, where that scene feels completely unwarranted or unneeded.
Well, there's so much
because sorry, let me can I finish this real quick?
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, just cause the next time he shows up with them, they're working together. It's cool. He gets over it. Thank God. What's her name?
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. I was about to say Mary Jane. I was like, no, that's fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank God Lois Lane is convinced by Martian Manhunter to move on. Just the scene before.
Show up.
He has 2 scenes in that movie.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
And he looks bad.
It's not Keith David.
He looks so bad. It's just like, well, why are we doing this song and dance, man? You know he's gonna get resurrected.
I think you've hit upon a great point, which is like the movie just doesn't know how people work.
Oh yeah. Zack Snyder doesn't know how people like.
Zack Snyder doesn't know how people work, and I think I mentioned to you specifically, Chris, earlier.
Yeah.
This movie has a lot of inverted quotes, emotional moments, and watching these emotional moments feels like watching an emotional moment in a Nolan picture.
Yeah.
That like we've been given this is how the best I can explain it. We've been given aspect parts explained to us why this means something, but we've not been shown it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's literally like instead of seeing, like, for example, instead of seeing how much Lois Lane matters to Superman and vice versa, we're just told that that's the case. And then they can be like, isn't this emotional? Isn't this moment they're having so raw and like,
yeah,
I guess. I think the movie actually, it's really weird. The movie takes a lot of, make one more really weird comparison briefly. It's kind of like watching those movies of adapted books from the Bible that you watch that I watched in private school.
Well, there's a lot of Jesus imagery in the Snyder movies. So remember, Superman is just Jesus.
He's American Jesus.
He came back and he's angry.
Dude, he flies up to the sun and he poses.
Christ poses into the
Christ poses above the earth. That is his domain.
He got resurrected.
Got his Tobey Maguire's episode 3 costume on, and now he's ready to fucking wreck it.
Ready to go.
Oh yeah.
That's right. But the reason I make that comparison is not so that I can kind of I not to make a comment on the actors necessarily, but on the direction. The idea that
they're all good actors.
They're all good actors, and like I said, I think Jason Momoa is so talented. It's sad that he's in this position.
Yeah.
But the reason I make a comparison to watching like an adaptation like that is the movie makers are actually expecting the audience to do a lot of work, and instead of doing what any other story would do, which is set up their relationships, explain why they matter, show us why they matter to each other, or why these stakes matter.
Yeah, and then you get to take the really risky shots.
Right. They're coming at it from the perspective of, well, people already know Superman is just good because he's good, and so we don't have to do any character work. People already know Batman is rich and an asshole, so we're going to do no actual character work building him up as a person. These people are a handful of quirks and a costume. And That may be some of the harshest things I've ever said on this about anything.
I know, and I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree that's what it feels like. The movies, that's what it feels like. Snyder's movies are like coming across as like you just have to just accept what's happening on screen. It looks cool, doesn't it?
Never forget the quote: "No one knows No one knows Superman like I know Superman."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
That kind of what's that kind of thought process? Is that kind of hubris that goes into it, man? They start playing with them like that.
It's like Watchmen.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you.
Ooh, dog.
I'll be real with you. I don't think, as much as there is to say about it for a 4-hour movie, I don't think this is as bad as Watchmen.
As I've heard. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Watchmen has one good scene.
99 red balloons.
Jail one? Is it the jail one?
No, it's the one. It's the one when Rorschach asked Dr. Manhattan to do it in the snow.
Oh, yeah, that is actually an excellent.
But that was all on the actors, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, didn't he have to fight for that?
He sure did.
Yeah. Or the guy who played Rorschach, or was the guy who played Manhattan?
Yeah. No, guy who played Rorschach.
Yeah, that dude was a classically trained actor. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's a very talented guy. Yeah.
And that's what he gets. No,
but
fuck, dude, it sucks.
it's just.
So that guy did something better than Rorschach and the worst Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
So.
That's because he's barely in it too. I think in the Friday the 13th thing. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things to say, but I feel like I've said it.
I mean, that's the thing is it's such a shallow monster. There's nothing here to dig into. It's still shit. It's still bad.
I don't think it needed to be 4 hours. I mean, apparently, Flash and Cyborg got no screen time, which in this one you get full introductions to the character, and like you get their fucking starters, their first movie wrapped in 10 minutes type deal.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm pretty certain they did replace Flash. Like that dude in the liquor store video that they show multiple times is not him. It's like it's a guy who's clearly like Asian descent.
It's a completely different looking guy.
Completely different.
Oh yeah.
So one last thought, I guess, and before we wrap up is
I'll give
there is
short thing.
There is a really weird thing in the movie where Snyder seems to be interested in tackling the idea of relationship between fathers and sons, because that keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Cyborg wants a connection with his father, who does not love him very much.
But Flash only learned to love him when he died. I don't know why I said that so loud.
Why though?
But then and then gave him like weird Deus Ex Machina powers. You can change the economy.
Why did you give that to a teenager?
Yeah. Why?
I know. I remember watching that. I go, why'd you give it to this fucking kid? I know he's your son.
I completely forgot that the Flash's dad was in jail until the end of the movie, where they bring it up again, because and you got this sense that, like, because the Flash also has some lines about his dad, and then ostensibly Superman is raised by two dads, like
one who doesn't want him to save the world.
That's right. Mind your own business, Clark.
Mind your own business. Let me die.
Maybe just let people die, even though you can save them.
Yeah, let me die now. I'm done.
Well, why doesn't Uncle Ben hold Peter Parker's hand as he's bleeding out on the street and say, "Kill them all"? Kill them all, Peter. Just like I taught you.
So, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it still feels like lip service. It's shallow. Like, I don't know anything meaningful about what is the relationship between the Flash and his dad? What it like? What? Why is a Cyborg story seem to have resolution at the end? I mean, I guess that whole theme just seemed very strange to me.
It felt very rushed. We can't have him sad too long, even though he did die. And yeah, I never thought about the father-son thing. You think he's got like a bad thing with his dad?
Hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know his personal.
I don't know his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Which music video is it from?
Yeah, that's the one. You gotta find out. Okay, any other? I'm struggling to think of anything else poignant to say, or poignant makes it sound like I have like grandiose, important things to say about this movie. I don't, but I'm struggling to keep going on without repeating myself.
And it's insane because it's a 4-hour movie.
It's a 4-hour fucking movie.
It's a 4-hour movie, and there's not much to say about it, it's like, and that blows my mind.
On the short end, I came in wanting to like dig in and eviscerate the movie. Yeah, this can be content. And then I got a 5, and 5s are like the worst movies because they're not bad enough to get into it, and to derive joy from getting into it, and it's not good. It's not good enough that I can like, oh, you know what, I had a good time. I just go, nope, that was 4 hours. That was 4 hours I spent doing that.
Back and then
back. What I did. It's what I did that night. I went to work the next day. So there you go.
So you're all welcome.
Anything else you guys say? And I do want to bring up something that Call Me Apple Spot says, so I'm gonna wait till you guys finish.
I'm all done.
And Nick, anything?
No, I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Okay, so Christian sums up the cyborg thing. Yeah, we pretty much got the cyborg story. We're just like it's fast and it's weird. I'm sure Jerry Siegel's rolling around the grave about this hot takes. These Snyder had on Superman. Okay, here's the thing. What baffles me about these movie adaptations of superheroes is that it seems like none of the directors have ever read the source material. Or if they do, it's like a very specific one that no one likes. And while I do agree with you on a couple things, I really do think that it's a very specific point of view. There are some directors who have, and then it's very obvious that it's studios that are messing with it. Warner Bros. Is notorious for reshoots. Disney is kind of keeping a straight line on these Marvel movies, as we've seen, where even like if someone like James Gunn, who is like a well-known fucking nerd about about this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then you get gems of people, whoever did Dredd, I always forget the person's name, obviously really liked Judge Dredd, because that was a Judge Dredd character, and Carl Urban helped out with that character a lot because he loved that comic.
Yeah.
There's Into the Spider-Verse, which is up there for the best, if not one of the best, superhero movies ever.
One of the best animated movies.
Yeah, one of the best animated movies. Straight up. And like Incredibles, even though it's not based on comics, those people everyone who worked on that first one obviously loves Silver Age comics.
Oh, definitely.
It's old stuff. And like, I mean, when it happens, it's great, right? But you got so many going on to market, and you got people like Snyder's view on that you are going to get these kind of shafted views. And then, of course, there's always a problem of adapting something into a movie, and it, we must make it as a movie, and it must be as a movie, as opposed to like paying love to the source material. You're just using names,
Oh, definitely. There's so many great properties that are, honestly, if anything, just a title and then something entirely different inside.
Yeah. For going by the rating of full price or what? It's on HBO, man. I honestly like if you got something better to do with 4 hours, go do it. Only watch this movie if you're like incredibly curious.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth a skip. It's
you'll be fine.
Yeah, there's nothing deeper here.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like there's
You'll live.
you'll do fine. Okay, that's it for the spoiler cast.
Yep.
And that okay.
All right, so spoiler cast ends now. We'll only do outros here if for people so that they don't miss out on the content, any other content. So, what are y'all looking forward to?
What about you, man? You looking forward to
Nick or me?
Nick, me?
Yeah, Nick.
So
You.
I didn't really get to bring up the artist because I knew we were gonna spend most of this time on the Snyder Cut. I'm looking forward more to this new music artist I'm listening to because I was recommended after listening to Machine Girl. This breakcore artist called Sewer Slit.
Yeah, you showed me some stuff.
Yeah, the best way I can describe the music, Ian, is if like PS1 like Tekken. Like a PS1 fighting game where it's like break drum and bass, but it's also very relaxing at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the percussions are intense, but like the keyboards and pads are like super relaxing and like smooth and everything's airy. And the sample usage is like really, at least Sewer Slit's take on it. Their take on a lot of these samples are interesting to me. Mostly due because they're popular samples, but they're used in a very unique way. That's definitely their style. And I will say I do think, what was their last album? I think it was Lostlessness in the Darkness. I think was the last one they did. It's the one with their most popular track, Mr. Kill Myself. Yeah, that one's my favorite album from them. That second song is legit incredible. New Love. That's legit an amazing song. I fucking love those chord progressions, and they're gonna. I know they're gonna drop a new album in like a couple months, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, you know that finishing 13 Sentinels easily became like one of my favorite games of all time already.
Wow.
Like I haven't played a game that like clicked for me as much as this has. That and yeah, you know, getting any chance I can to play Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a chance till like June.
June, yeah.
So,
but if we're talking by month, yeah, by next month I'll definitely finish like rereading and rewatching Monogatari. So I'll have like my official thoughts on like the final.
Gotcha.
The final season. So
yeah.
Yeah, that, and I started reading Underground, so I'll have my opinions on Murakami's nonfiction work more.
Murakami's Underground?
Yes, I'm like halfway through
it. You might want to make some time. Like, try to not have to do something after whenever you read.
Well, the weird thing is that I know,
that you're a cold son of a bitch who can't feel.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's like. It's literally because I've seen so many interviews, and it's also like I've also
yeah, you're right.
I was literally watching the news by week during the first lockdown when the guy caught COVID before being executed.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
The leader of the cult, and then they had an interview with his daughter, who was like the news reporter was literally waiting for her to leave the prison.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, the camera showed the front of the prison, right? The maximum penitentiary, and you literally see the front door open from the security guard, and then the daughter's walking out, and as she walks out from the front yard to the fence, they literally interview her on the spot, like, "Oh, hey, what'd you think, or how'd it go with your father?" And I was like, "Holy shit! Like, everything about this is not okay for anybody." And to read Underground, where it's Murakami's like takes, I will say this, I do agree with Chris that it's such an important piece of work that I feel like I have to, after I finish reading, I'm definitely gonna make time to like really think about what's being in interviews, and process it to give my full thoughts, which we'll have by next podcast. So that and then let's see. I started reading oh my god, Octavia Butler's Xenogenesis trilogy, Dawn.
Oh wow,
nice.
Yeah, I'm like 20 pages in, so
amazing.
not much yet. But yeah, I definitely want to get more into her stuff because I'm starting to really like her interpretation of futurism. So yeah, that's it for me.
How about you, Ian?
For me, I'm looking forward to. I finally got an early pre-order of a new novel by Rebecca Handler, who's the sister of a writer I've been talking about for a while.
Okay.
It's a book. Her background is in psychology, and she's basically writing a novel around dementia.
Oh, okay.
And that's really all I know about it. But it's a topic. Boy, is it a topic.
It's a toughie. But somebody's got to do it.
And other than that, I guess I am kind of excited about the films that are going to eventually be released on HBO or from Warner Brothers, just because so many movies I really wanted to see that didn't get released.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Mostly the big one I probably have mentioned before is The French Dispatch. Such a good one.
I gotta watch that too. I forgot that was supposed to come out. Man, when is Candyman coming out?
Not yet announced.
That shit was supposed to be out back in October. What happened?
Oh, well, you know what happened.
I know what happened, but like, where we at? Let's see. What am I doing? What am I watching? I'm gonna be rewatching all of Attack on Titan so I can get ready for season 3 and watch all that in one go. So that'll be fun. Movies. Well, I'm now gonna watch The French Dispatch. I'll tell you what. I'm probably gonna watch The Curse or Nori, because that's free on YouTube right now. That's from the people. That's from the person who made Occult, the sort of documentary. Pseudo, which I love that movie. So I can't wait to say what his follow up was, and apparently, a lot of people say The Curse is better. So check that out. Gonna watch that. I mean, Godzilla vs Kong, man. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna do like a viewing party with some friends of mine. We're all gonna hang out on Discord because I'll be getting like my vaccination, my second vaccine, like the day of that it comes out.
Wow.
So, or the day after. Either I'll be watching that Friday. We'll be doing that. I'm gonna be doing that, so don't you worry. I'll have all my thoughts laid out about that. I'm excited. I can't fucking wait. I'm gonna be like a little kid, just going, yeah, Godzilla, and then watching that. What else? Gonna keep playing Persona 5 Strikers, 13 Sentinels. I want to play Monster Hunter Rise, which just came out today, like today. But I want to find people to play with. I know for sure I'm not going to stream that game because I know for sure I'm going to drop off and never beat it because it's so long. But yeah, the TV show Invincible, it dropped its 3 episodes today, as Christian pointed out. So I'm gonna probably watch the first 3. Yeah. Let's see, any other things to address? Not right now. Yeah, that's all I can think of because I'm trying to work. Oh, so for the streams, I'll mention again. We'll have a new schedule, and I'm gonna try to get it back to 2 games a week. But one of those games, I'm not gonna be doing 2 sole streams every week like we were doing before, just because of my hand. Probably gonna limit that to 1, and it'll more than likely be on Friday nights. I will be, as soon as it comes, the 30th is when it comes out, when the fully voice acted patch for Disco Elysium comes out, that's what I'm going to be doing. For a channel, will be less stress on my hand, and I won't be like just exhausted from doing all the voices. Someone else will be doing it, and I want to beat that game, man. My first impression of that game was so fucking rad. I'm in love with it. I'm gonna punch that kid again. I tell you right.
Oh, yeah.
You know you remember?
I like how that was in the trailer.
You know how you can shoot. You know you can shoot his friend. You can shoot the girl on the fence.
I did not know that.
Who's throwing shit at you? Oh, but it ends the game. If you punch the little snot nosed kid in front of you, you're fine. But if you shoot that little girl, it's gonna hurt. It's a bad end. So I can't wait. I can't wait to play Disco Elysium. Just get to be a real just like shit person. Just trash. And now that's all I can think of right now. So, hey, thank you all for joining. I'll be sure to update the schedules as they happen. This was as always is a good time talking to both of you.
Same.
Doing that
Same here, man.
very
It's always
short
a good
spoiler
time.
cast. Yeah.
Thank you so much to everyone that's joined.
Yeah, thank you all.
It's always an honor. Thank you.
And we'll see you all next time. Be excellent to each other and be excellent to yourselves. We'll see you later. And yeah. Oh no, I didn't have the ending cue up. Oh no. Oh no, this bad.
No, it's good. You can just cut it here. I mean,
no,
watch
not
it.
for the stream.
no, it's cool. It's good. Is it gonna?
Oh, there we go. Hang on, wait.
Huh? I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, your first plan should be getting by us.
Though you call yourselves bladers, you don't know the real truth about bay blading. There is a tremendous power hidden within bays. Since ancient times, the existence of bays can be found in moments throughout history. The power of Beyblades have been used to change the course of rivers and oceans. They have been used to defeat many armies and create huge empires.
You wouldn't be so tough without that helmet, little brother.
You're on, Proto Man.
Plasma power!
Missed me again, number one, son.
But I won't miss this time.
Oh no! He's gonna blast President Lincoln!
Ha! I knew you'd risk yourself for Mr. Lincoln.
Simpson scandal update. Homer sleeps nude in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him sexual powers.
Hey, that's a half-truth.
Shara, will you grant me one more wish?
I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. Now, just let yourself cry, as much as you need to. You'll have plenty of handkerchiefs to help you through it.
Well, sir, treason season started early this year as a nuclear sub was hijacked by local man Homer Simpson.
Oh my God! I told him that photo would come back to haunt him.
Could Homer Simpson be a communist? His father spoke out on his behalf.
My Homer is not a communist. He may be a liar, a pig, an idiot, a communist, but he is not a porn star.
Hero call! This trap card lets me pick a monster and put him on the top of my deck. And I choose this. Elemental hero, Neos. Not so fast. Thanks to my stage select spell, he won't be there for long. Because now I get to shuffle your deck. So how do you like this? Bada bing! I'll shuffle these boys real good.
でも先輩結構みんなに優しいじゃん。なんか声かけてくれたりとか。でも香水もらったらなんかこんなんくれるって。嘘好きすぎるのすっごい恥ずかしい。明日バイトなんだけど。いつでもそこに。マジで
Iris!
Sarah.
Hang in there, Iris.
Please, stay away from Replifos. Let's live together. In a world where only Reploids exist.
Iris, there's no world just for Reploid. It's only a fantasy.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to believe it. I wanted to live in a world where only Reploids exist with you.
Iris! 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 Ah! No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting
for? Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show.
Hey everybody, I'm done trick-or-treating and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Hello, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza. Ah!
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who is here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You got it. Ah! I want to go to Pizza Hut now!
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Ooh, hey, put me down! Put me down!
See you next time.
Ooh.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Will you hold it down out there? You guys are always fighting!
Enid Clinton, we've got business with your husband. What? John? Hal Jordan, another time shift. I'm up to speed. Carry on. booby traps. At least none that my ring can detect.
Make up your mind, would you?
뭐야?
Have you noticed any change in Bart?
New glasses?
No, he looks like something might be disturbing him.
Probably misses his old glasses.
I guess we could get more involved in Bart's activities, but then I'd be afraid of smothering him.
Yeah, and then we'd get the chair.
That's not what I meant.
It was, Marge, admit it.
What's so special about Splinter?
Yo, dude, it's like Splinter's our dad, you know? I mean, what's so special about your dad?
Pepsi for TV game.
Mmm, 64 slices of American cheese. 64. 63. 2. 1.
Have you been up all night eating cheese?
I think I'm blind.
What? Good day to you.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you, too. I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I defeated you once, and I shall do it again!
No, Magneto. I let you win before, in order to learn your plan, to trap you. But now the victory belongs to the Fantastic Four.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power? No mere weapon can stop me. With but a gesture, I can destroy it, or turn it against you. Behold, I'll make it leap from your hand, and make you its target. Now!
Not this time, Magneto. This time I'm fighting for real.
It's impossible! It cannot be! Nothing can defy my magnetic power!
The Fantastic Four can. You're finished, Magneto. Surrender. You have no other choice.
Why? Why will the gun not obey me? My power is gone. I'm helpless. Magnetism. It was my greatest weapon.
Okay, Richards. We'll take care of him now.
First tell me, how did you do it? How did you take away my power?
I didn't, Magneto. I merely tricked you.
You lie. I couldn't control your gun. You made me lose my magnetism.
You're wrong. I just guessed that you'd overlook one simple thing. Your magnetic power only works on metal, like all magnets. But my gun isn't real. I made it out of wood, specially to fool you.
Wood? A wooden gun?
That's why your power didn't work. And it's why you're a prisoner of the police now. Take him away, men.
A wooden gun. He tricked me with a wooden gun.
We can't bust heads like we used to, but we have our ways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got it.
One trick is to tell them stories that don't go anywhere. Like the time I caught the ferry over to Shelbyville. I needed a new heel for my shoe. So I decided to go to Morganville, which is what they call Shelbyville in those days. So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time. Now, to take the ferry cost a nickel, and in those days, nickels had pictures of bumblebees on them. Give me 5 B's for a quarter, you'd say. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. The important thing was that I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. They didn't have white onions because of the war. The only thing you could get was those big yellow ones.